Yo, hi, welcome to the channel. Jay, and this is our 2 cents where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I want to welcome everybody to the Sunday review show where y'all know what it is. We run down the agenda. You see it up there on the side. We talk about the fights. We talk about what went down this weekend. We do some video reviews. We give our 2 cents. We wrap it all up in about 2 hours. My show is normally from 3 to 5. I'm a little bit late today, but it is what it is. I'm here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Great fight this weekend. I don't know, man. I think people are being extremely biased. Like, I really don't get it. Um, I got my 2 cents. I think what I think, and I have a reason for what I think, and you can agree or disagree. It is what it is. But I don't know what the whole people wanted this person to win for somebody else's resume. I'm not really on that. Like, if you win and it helps the resume, you win and it helps the resume. But I'm not before the fight like, ooh, I hope you win and help your resume. Like, that's not usually, that's not how that works. And can somebody tell me how beating ROLLY helps Shakur's resume? Like, not I don't understand. Like, I could see if ROLLY beat T.O. and then everybody's like, oh, told y'all T.O. is trash or whatever situation they want to do with that. But how does T.O. beating ROLLY help Shakur's resume? If ROLLY is trash, that doesn't even make any sense. You see how it don't make sense? So because you beat a trash, because you didn't get beat by a trash fighter, that helps Shakur's resume? Let me know and drop it below. Is that what they saying? Is that the standard? So if you don't get beat by a trash fighter, then they help your resume? I don't know. But anyway, I ain't on that argument. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody that joined me last night for the fight party. And I didn't listen to the commentary. I never listened to the commentary on the fight. I always watch it on mute. And it seems like a lot of times my opinions be so vastly different than the people that actually listen to the commentary of the fight. It's like my opinion be so vastly different. And I think it's strange that and before, let me preface this by this. Shout out to T.O. Congratulations to T.O. on the win. He was able to come back from the devastating loss he had against Shakur Stevenson. He was able to work through whatever differences he had in the corner with his father and come out victorious in the fight. However, T.O. didn't seem to have really improved or on anything or done anything differently. So when he runs into um somebody that's going to take more advantage of his flaws and not be as patient as ROLLY was, he's gonna have the same issues. Jumping in with your lead hand down, like it's the same thing. But shout out to T.O. for becoming the 3 division champion. Um, no, I mean, I guess a win is a win, however you did it. But I just don't think that ROLLY got washed like everybody's saying he did. Like, I don't think that that's not what happened. It's not what happened at all. And I'm definitely gonna put a video together and speak about it. Get my 2 cents about it. And that's if you don't agree, you can let me know why you disagree. But I don't this whole like we gonna come and attack you because you got a pick wrong. Like, y'all gotta grow up with that for real. I didn't go around attacking people because they were saying Brian Norman was gonna win and I was picking Devin to win. I didn't go around like I thought you said. I didn't do any of that. I don't ever do that. Cause why? Cause why? Um, and T.O. should have won. I don't know what the y'all said T.O. should have won. I don't know what the celebration is about. I don't know what the celebration is about. So let's take a look at the upcoming fight schedule. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody that came through and supported the channel last night. Shout out to all the people that was watching me over on Kick. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that has followed me over there on Kick. If you're not following me on Kick, Make sure you follow me on Kick. I'm currently trying to get things in place to hit up this Oshaki Foster fight. So if you ain't following me on Kick, make sure you're doing it. Make sure you're doing it. Here's the upcoming fight schedule. Let's see. We just had so next week we got the Zoo versus Mahani super welterweight in Australia fight. August 29th, we got Utama versus Herkovich. We got Dubois versus Moore that weekend. We got Cameron versus Mayer that weekend. We got Martinez versus Plantic. So we have a lot of big fights coming up the weekend of August 29th. So you know the fight party's gonna be going down. September, we got Ruiz versus Canera coming up, Taylor versus Pilley, and it went away. So we got some big fights, big fight weekend coming up August 29th. So make sure y'all mark y'all calendar. August 29th, big fight weekend coming up. Utama versus Herkovich. This is the heavyweight division. It's going to be on the Zone pay-per-view. Dubois versus Moore is going to be for the WBC and the WBO lightweight in London, UK on the Zone. Alicia Baumgartner needs to just go ahead and move up and make that fight, especially if she unifies. Baumgartner should go to 35, get an acclamation fight, and then fight Dubois. That's a big fight for Baumgartner, but I think she said she's going to be announcing the fight soon, so we shall see. We need to do a fight review when it hits YouTube, sis. Man, we're going to do the fight review. We're going to have to do it over on Kick so we can actually show the fight. Dondrick, like, we're going to have to take, we're going to have to take it there, Dondrick. They going to make us have to take, we got to do all of this just to get people to be honest. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're going to take it there, Dondrick. We gonna get on Kick. We're going to pull up the video. We're going to run through it round by round, punch by punch, frame by motherfucking frame. We're not letting it slide. We're not letting it slide. Because guess what? I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna wait till we get to that portion of it. So, all right, so boom, upcoming fights. Any questions about the upcoming fights? Which fights are you excited about seeing? Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Fight results from the weekend. Teofimo Lopez is your new WBA welterweight champion by majority decision. And y'all, look at the cards. Look at the cards. Let me see if I can pull the cards up. Let me pull the cards up for y'all. Let me pull the cards up for y'all. I'm willing to debate anybody about this fight, actually. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. And what's crazy is people was telling me the reason why ROLLY was a winner was because of the politics of boxing. So can ROLLY not have lost because of the politics of boxing? Can he only win because of the politics of boxing? Can he not lose because of the politics of boxing? All the people that was telling me that. So here is your scorecards. Let me blow it up. Is it getting bigger? All right, I think that's big as I can get it. So we got one judge had it a draw. One judge had it 114 to 114, and another judge had it 115 to 113. That's one round. Only one judge had any real separation at 116 to 112. How is that not a close competitive fight? How is that not a close competitive fight? Now, here's why that matters so much. ROLLY was the champion. He came in with the belt, and in boxing, you're supposed to have to clearly beat the champion to take his title. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Flyer. I can think however I want to think. I don't know what's up with y'all trying to like tell people how to think. That shit is very strange. If you don't agree, that's fine. You can tell me that you don't agree, but you're not gonna tell me to stop thinking. Like that shit is weird, Flyer. You gotta stop that. Don't tell me the logic gotta stop. Tell me what issues are you having with the logic. Don't tell me I gotta stop thinking. Well, like that shit is insane. If you don't agree, that's fine. What don't you agree with? Don't tell me I can't think what I'm thinking. Now, here's why that matters so much. Rolly was the champion, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You're supposed to clearly beat the champion. 114 to 114 and a draw is not clearly beating the champion. That's the unwritten rule. You don't win belts on razor thin margins. You got to take it. One judge said Teofimo didn't beat him at all, called it even, and a champion normally keeps his belt on a draw. So Rolly lost his title by the narrowest possible margin. And here's my 2 cents. I thought Rolly had a good game plan in there. I really did. People clown this man every single time, treat him like a joke, and he came out with a plan and executed well enough that he damn near kept his belt. Even though he probably should have kept his belt because the fight was so close. What did T.O. do to deserve the belt? Think about that. Rolly Romero, defending champion, everybody counting him out again, and he goes 12 rounds where one official said nobody won. That's not luck, that's preparation. And this is what people refuse to give Rolly credit for. He keeps showing up in big fights and being competitive. He beat Ryan Garcia to get that belt. Now he loses it by a hair to Teofimo. That's a real run. Now, Teofimo won and he's the champion. I'm not taking that away from him. But if you tuned in expecting Rolly to get blown out, you got humbled. And remember, Rolly's the one who pulled the receipt on Ryan Garcia, said he passed on 2 chances. After this performance, that hits different. So, should Rolly have kept his belt or should it have been a draw? I think those should have been the two outcomes. Rolly either should have kept his belt or the fight should have been a draw. How do you listen? Let me see what y'all saying because that's my 2 cents. Did T.O. actually do enough to beat the champ? He was just more active, but not more effective, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. T.O. won the fight because he was more active. Like he took Rolly's belt because he was more active, and then you come to find out, everybody was like, "Oh, he was hitting him to the body. His body was all red. It was bruised up," and that absolutely wasn't true. Rolly was blocking a lot of blocking those body shots. I felt like Rolly didn't do anything but landed that one big punch. Oh no, D Free. No, no. We gotta rewatch that, D Free. We definitely gotta rewatch that. And they cheated Rolly out of a knockdown. To be fair, Rolly was emailed the belt and never successfully defended it once. What does that have to do with the fight from last night? We're talking about what actually took place in the ring last night. Rolly had T.O. following him around. T.O. couldn't cut the ring off. T.O. was getting outboxed the first 4 rounds. We were sitting here watching the fight like, damn, Rolly is outboxing T.O. We was literally saying that while the fight was going on. Rolly had T.O. follow him around, get countered and hurt at times. Just wasn't active enough, I guess. But neither was T.O. And why was it on Rolly to do more and be more active? Why was that expectation not put on T.O.? T.O. should have had the expectation to do more, cut the ring off, land more shots. Why was that the expectation of Rolly? You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all, why was that the expectation? Rolly need to do more. Why does Rolly is the less skilled, less technical fighter. Rolly clearly got his ass whooped. No, he did not. How did Rolly get his ass whooped when he hurt T.O. multiple times? He landed the cleaner, harder shots. How did he get his ass whooped? One here to say he thought it was a draw. Says Rolly should have let his hands go more. Is something like, yeah, he should. Rolly should have let his hands go more. However, Rolly's the power puncher. Why is the expectation for Rolly to let his hands go more? For him to win the fight when Tio is the better, more technically sound boxer. Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? Does that make sense? Or am I tripping? Says that one judge gave Rolly the first 5 rounds is diabolical. No, it's not. You can rewatch it all you want. Rolly didn't do anything. Okay. I gave Rolly 4 rounds. Rolly had ring generalship, just not to what we see from him. T.O. was split. How Rolly get his ass whooped. I have rewatched it, and T.O. wasn't landing. Y'all biased. T.O. was not landing. We were saying that during the fight. Rolly thought he outboxed T.O. You believe that? He was outboxing T.O. He was boxing around him in a circle. What do y'all mean? T.O. could not cut the ring off. And when T.O. came in for the exchanges, he was getting popped. T.O. said it himself. T.O. said it himself. We're going to talk about more about that when we get to the open discussion portion. But let me get the rest of the news, y'all. I just want to throw that in there real quick. Let me get to the rest of the show, and then I'm going to drop the link, and we're going to come up here and talk about the rest of it. He says, no 2 cents. They gave T.O. the fight because he just signed that big deal with the Zone. You can have the face of the Zone lose his first title fight at 147 and the contract signed. Rolly won easily. Listen, I'm not even finna get into that part of it, and I'm not saying that I don't disagree or agree with you with that, but I'm not even going to bring that up. I'm just going to talk about the actual performance and the actual fight. I'm going to talk about the actual performance and the actual fight. So let me get back to reading the results of the fight. Here we go. Fight recap. Let me get that back up there. Okay. Fire, man, that was a great fight. Great debate. And then we had a controversial decision, so we still debating about it. Shout out to boxing. Boxing won Saturday. And now people was like, was it asking me, was it a trash ass fight? I don't think it was a trash. I don't think it was a trash ass fight. It wasn't a trash ass fight to me. I think Rolly executed a game plan and he should have made adjustments and at the end of the fight picked up his activity. And people was like, when have you ever seen Rolly pick? Rolly fights more aggressive. What do you mean, when have I seen Rolly? I've seen Rolly fight more aggressive, yes. But anyway. Let me get back to this, y'all. So Gary Antonio Russell, UD 12 rounds for the interim WBA Super Bantamweight title. The cards were 118 to 109, 119 to 108, and 119 to 108. Now, this is the opposite of the main event. Gary Antonio Russell, unanimous decision. And look at the cards. That's a shutout. That's damn near a whitewash across all three. He just maybe 1 or 2 rounds on the card. That's the Russell family, y'all. Gary Russell Jr.'s brother. That whole family can box. Technical, fundamentally sound, and they make it look easy. Now, it's an interim title, and y'all know how I feel about interim titles. That's the alphabet soup problem right there. But a performance like that, that man saying, give me the real one. So I think he should have a title fight next. He looked good in the fight. That's like the other dude that have nothing for him at all. He just kept coming forward, getting punched on all night. Russell kept trying to come in and spin him and then catch him on the inside. He just got outclassed and outboxed the whole fight. He looked really, really good in the fight. I do think that he will be a good contender for a title shot. Shout out to him. Then we have Yoeli Hernandez, Yo-Yo Hernandez, and we've been hearing a lot about Yo-Yo Hernandez. He gonna be a good fight for Boots when he get to 160. Yo-Yo. So we've been hearing a lot about Yo-Yo Hernandez, and here we go with the judging again. Look at this. We got 95-95, 98-92, and 99-91. Now, Dondry, do you think that fight was that close, Dondry? Remember we was watching it and I was like, he in there doing too much, he clowning around. Can you believe the judges had to fight that close? I don't think the Argentinian he was getting punched on. I mean, Yo-Yo was in there tripping. I mean, you heard me. If you go back and listen to the fight party, you heard me and Dondra going back and forth about it. But one judge had it even, another had it 98-92. That's a 6-round spread. And the third judge had it 99-91. That's 8 rounds. That's the same fight, same 10 rounds. One judge saw a dead heat and another judge saw a near shutout. So this is what I keep talking about. How does that happen? Like, how do these professionals sitting at the ringside watching the same men in the same building come to conclusions that far apart? Hernandez got the win by majority decision, and I'm sure he earned it. But when the cards look like that, the fighter don't get a clean win. He gets an asterisk from the judges. And that ain't fair to him either. But I will say, just like I was telling Dondrick, you have to keep your fundamentals. You have to keep your fundamentals when you're fighting. You don't got time to be playing around. You don't know what the judge is looking at. You don't know what the judges think. Like you don't got time to be in there throwing wild hooks and jumping in the shots and all kind of stuff he was doing. All kind of stuff he was doing. And I could see the athleticism. I could see the speed. I see the potential. But you have to keep your fundamentals. I get it, like you want to go in there and showboat and put on the entertaining fight, but you don't just completely throw caution and everything to the wind. Because you could have fooled around and lost this fight on the cards just because the judges is tripping. And you was in there tripping, so nobody would even be able to argue. Because you was in there doing all kind of crazy shit, even though the Argentinian dude was getting punched on. He was in there getting punched on. And this is still how to fight. So 95-95 and 99-91 on the same fight. Explain that to me. Then we had Carlos Utria with the SD and 10 rounds for the super lightweight fight. The cards was 96-94, 94-96, and 97-93. And we closed with a split decision. 96-94 one way and 94-96 the other way, and 97-93 decided. So 2 judges had it 2 rounds apart in the opposite directions, and a third had it a comfortable win for a trio. So split decisions are boxing, y'all. Close fights happen, but that's 3 fights on this card where the judges couldn't agree. A draw card in the main event, a 6-round spread in the middleweight, and a split here. One night, 3 fights, judges all over the damn place. So that's the card. And then we also had the MVP and TikTok live card this weekend with the women. And before we get to the results, let's acknowledge what this was. This was a full professional boxing card with world title fights and everything streamed on TikTok. Now, y'all know how I feel about boxing, the business, things expanding. I know we crack jokes. Oh, Amanda Serrano fighting on TikTok. I get it. But no, like seriously, it's great that we now have another form of distribution for boxing, and it's a platform that millions and millions of people already use. So you're not on like a new app where it's only 20 million people on there and all this. No, it's TikTok. It's TikTok. All majority of all the young people got TikTok. All the old people, like a lot of people have TikTok. So that's where we're at in 2026, y'all. Amanda Serrano defended the world titles on the same app people do dances on. And I ain't knocking it. That's distribution. That's meeting an audience where there already are. But it's wild to say out loud. Y'all remember when Adrian Broner was like, we're going to be fighting on Facebook. Y'all remember when he said that? He was absolutely right. He was absolutely right. Man, y'all got to stop this, guys. This is my Sunday review show where we review fights and we talk about things like the cards and the score. Is this your first time here, Solo Dolo? You ain't never watched none of my other Sunday reviews? So that's the hardcore show. This is the show where we talk about the fights, the cards, results, and all that. We talk about that on this show. I don't know if I think this might be your first time here. Amanda Serrano got her 50th career win. Decision over Lucia Annabella Manzur, 55-0. Let that number sit. 55 wins in women boxing, where for the most of her career, there wasn't even infrastructure to get 50 fights. She's a multi-division champion, one of the greatest to ever do it, and she's still adding to it. So congratulations to her. I think they made a mistake by um I think they made a mistake by promoting the knockout record, right? Like, oh, you got because that puts a lot of pressure on the fighter to have to get the knockout. That puts a lot of pressure on the fighter to have to get the knockout. So she didn't get the knockout. She's been fighting for 17 years. She's 37 years old. I mean, it's starting to show in her fights that she's aging and that she's slowing down. I don't think people should criticize her for that. What do y'all expect from fighters at the end of their careers? Like, I don't think you should criticize fighters at the end of their careers. She's damn near been fighting for 2 decades. And I get it, the Serrano, Clarissa beef, people want to be like, oh, I told you. And I get it, that's cool. People can have their beef, people can talk their shit. We know what's gonna happen, but we always gonna be objective and honest over here at Two Cents Boxing. Shout out to Amanda Serrano. She's just at the end of her career. Like, it is what it is. She needs to either retire. I think she said she maybe have one more fight. So shout out to her. I did want to see her and Alicia Baumgartner fight though, while they teaming up in music videos with Remy Ma to fuck with Clarissa. They need to be getting in the ring fighting each other. That's a big fight for women's boxing. That's a passing the torch moment for Amanda Serrano and Alicia Baumgartner. That's a big event for MVP. I don't know. The vacant WA super bantamweight, Melissa Mortensen, SD, new champion. Melissa Mortensen takes the vacant WBA super bantamweight title by split decision over Mayeli Flores. The split decision for a vacant belt, so that's a close one, but titles are titles. The new champion is crowned. Now, the finishes, because this card had some. Hold on. Okay, excuse me. Jamal Harvey KO in the second round. Lightweight quick work. Keno Marley dropped Braylon Brooks for a knockout and stays unbeaten in cruiserweight. That's a name to watch. Nelvi Tiafak overwhelmed Salvador Zavala TKO in heavyweight. Avius Griffin TKO Jackson Martinez at welterweight, and Martinez ain't no pushover. He's been in there with real names. Albina Molodazovanova got a KO over Sheila Linsingen at the junior welterweight. Now, peep this, y'all. 3 split decisions on one card. Mortensen for the vacant title. Cinderella Linear over Julie Oliveira at junior welterweight. Ayana Roxy Vertucuzo over Magdalena Hernandez at featherweight. 3. And this is right after the Romero Lopez card where the judges were all over the place too. A draw card in the main event, a 6-round spread in another event, and a split in another. I'm just saying, 2 cards this weekend and the judges could barely agree on anything. That's a pattern worth watching. Brooks Iberian handed Lupita Medina her first loss, unanimous decision at minimum weight, first loss of her career. Jocelyn Camerlo over Ashley Phoenix, unanimous minimum weight. And Pablo Barreto over George Garcia, unanimous superweight decision. So here's my 2 cents about the whole thing. MVP put on a full card, world titles, knockouts, prospects getting work, and streamed it all on TikTok. And whether you like it or not, that's a promoter finding an audience that traditional boxing has never reached. Remember what I said about Clarissa Shields bringing in Lotto YG on her fight night? Same thinking. You're not competing with other boxers for eyeballs. You're competing with everything. So you go where the people already are. And you notice who's doing it. MVP, Jake Paul's company. The same company that just merged with the PFL and allied with Matchroom. That's a whole different approach to building the sport than what Zuffa's doing on their island. two philosophies, two teams, and they're experimenting in real life. So, world title fights on TikTok. Is that evolution, y'all, or is that embarrassment? What do you all think? Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. What do you feel about the car on TikTok? I think it's dope. I think it's cool. It's a huge platform. People are already there. I think the streaming world is bringing more attention to boxing, getting more eyes on boxing, getting more people involved on boxing. I think it's dope. I think it's dope. I don't think nobody really think Rolly was robbed. I don't think nobody really think Rolly was robbed, but I think people are saying the it's not that Tio couldn't have won or shouldn't have won or nothing like that. It's just the commentary about the fight is crazy, in my opinion. But that's the fight recap. Well, I don't know. Maybe some people do think they was robbed solo. I don't think he was robbed. I think he's being robbed from a fair shake of the assessment of the fight. Let's cover some boxing news. Fury Joshua, the leaked email. Hearn says the fight is already contractually agreed for the UK, and Matchroom is pushing back hard against the New York move. But there's more. Boxing Scene reported on a leaked email and Hearn addressing claims of missed payments. Listen. I hope y'all listen. I need everybody to stop what they doing. Listen. The role of Netflix in Saudi Arabia says Dana White's involvement could complicate the event. And the twist. Fury may keep the November 20 date at Madison Square Garden, even if Joshua doesn't accept the revised terms. So Fury might fight somebody else that night. Missed payments, leaked emails, contract disputes, three parties claiming control. That's a consolidation problem in full view. So there are rumors that AJ is still owed money from previous fights with Turki Al Sheikh in Saudi Arabia. That's a whole nother other drama situation. Let me hurry up and get through this because I need to drop the link. We got an hour left. Giasov may be forced to fight Jarrell Miller. He could soon have no option but to defend the WBA heavyweight title against the number 2 ranked Miller, the same Miller who just went public demanding the WBA explain why they erased his mandatory status and called it an error. So the man they told that was a mistake might get the fight anyway. So WBA is all over the place. Bivol and Smith may land in Russia after negotiations failed to beat the WBO's deadline. So Bivol and Smith may end up in Russia. They did not meet the WBO's deadline. Pringa dropped Joshua. The full picture out now. Pringa almost shocked the world, dropped the former 2-time unified champ in a 2-round firefight before getting stopped. That explains why nobody is convinced by the win. Ryan Garcia is already planning his next fight weeks before Ben. Ryan Garcia is now just weeks away from defending his WBC welterweight world title against Conor Ben in Las Vegas, September 12th. And it looks as though Garcia is already making plans for his next fight. He's been out here saying he wants the winner of ROLLY Teofimo, which is now Teofimo, and he's revealed a condition for the Devin Haney rematch. Weeks away from a title defense, and the man's already looking at the next one. And I said this before, it's the Ryan Garcia playbook. Stay in every conversation, always be attached to the biggest available name, never let a news cycle pass without your name in it. But ROLLY already pulled that receipt on him. Said Garcia passed on 2 chances to face him before. And Paulie Malignaggi just said Conor Ben doesn't even belong in the ring with Ryan Garcia. So here's the thing. If Ben doesn't belong in there with you and you're already planning your next fight, What does that say about how seriously you're taking September 12th? Because Conor Ben is a live body. He hits hard. Some say he hits hard. He's been mocking Ryan with the tank knockout photo for weeks, and they had to be physically separated at the press conference in New York. Oh, some people do believe that overlooking Conor Ben could be a real mistake for Ryan Garcia, but I think Conor Ben is definitely going to have issues with the weight. He looked crazy in there with Regis. He was getting punched on by Regis, so we'll see how the fight goes. Maybe Conor Ben won't be as drained as we're thinking. Maybe Conor Ben won't be as drained as we're thinking. So I think that's it for the news. We're gonna do some video review. I'm gonna drop the link. All right. There's the link for anybody that want to hop up while we review the videos. Let's pull them up.
My immediate thoughts, I mean, look at my face. I got hit with what? 2 clean shots the whole fight. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, if that's enough to beat the champion, that's enough to beat the champion. I've heard him multiple times. I am owed a rematch, for sure owed a rematch. And, yeah, congratulations to Teofimo.
You hurt Teofimo in that 5th round to the eye. You saw the blood. You pounced on him there. It felt like he came back a little bit in the 6th round and hurt you to the body a little bit.
He's never hurt me at any given moment. He got hurt multiple times throughout the fight. Every time I threw a shot, I landed him. He couldn't land anything clean on me, and it was clear and apparent.
We're going to open it up to media questions for ROLLY Romero.
Just 2 questions, ROLLY.
Can you skip him? Pick somebody else. I don't want to deal with this dude. He blasphemed.
Is he talking about Sean Zattel? He don't want Sean Zattel asking him no questions? Damn, that's crazy. What is up with y'all in this cope heart? Like, what are y'all? Nobody's coping, guys. We're just giving our opinion about the fight. Y'all stop coming in here with this emotional shit, please. Please.
Stephen Cordeno, Cal Art of Sports. ROLLY, it seemed like the right hand to the body, that was a big part of their strategy, was kind of jab, right hand you to the body, and you kind of...
He didn't land any of them. It was blocked with the elbow.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure if that was something that was bothering you. Your side seemed a little red, at least from where we were sitting.
Now, this is what I want to talk about, too. Because everybody kept saying, oh, it's because T.O. was going to the body. Look how red his body is. That was from blood. T.O. was not hitting him in the body. ROLLY was blocking those shots. He was going to his body. He did get some body shots. And I do believe that that may have contributed to ROLLY slowing down in the back half of the fight. But he wasn't doing as much damage to ROLLY's body, I feel like, as people thought he was. I think ROLLY gave the most damage in the fight. ROLLY gave the most damage in the fight. So I think that the narrative that, like, oh, he was just killing his body, it was all bruised up, that's being disproved right here.
Red where?
Right there.
That's called blood.
I see blood on your leg, too. When you caught him,
I don't see anything red.
no,
so.
I'm saying blood on your leg, probably Teal's blood.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
for sure
assuming.
Teal's blood, but I don't see anything red on my side. So don't start that initiative.
What did he do in there that maybe was unexpected? that you haven't
Nothing.
seen to
He
you?
didn't land a single shot. You guys could clearly see he didn't land a single shot.
And just last one for me, when you had him hurt, why weren't you able to finish, do you think?
I mean, he found a way to survive, and that's and then when I had him hurt it was at the end of the round. Every time he threw himself, I landed a hook, and yeah, I mean, every time I threw, I landed a shot.
Raleigh, did you have any regrets over this outcome in regards to anything that you did in the ring?
Shout out to Randall 700 with the $4.99 in a super chat. He says, smash the like button. Shout out to Randall with the support for the channel. Appreciate you, Randall.
When somebody else does this, it's a masterclass. When I do it, it's self-explanatory, right?
What do you think, if anything, was swaying the judges to lean to the side of Teofimo?
It's all political.
Can you elaborate?
Do I really need to?
Hey, Rolly got an attitude. Rolly is pissed. That nigga rolling his eyes. Rolly is pissed. But I mean, I feel him. I feel him. He feels like he had a game plan and he stuck to his game plan.
Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. You were doing very well in the early part of the fight. Do you believe that you could have put the pedal to the metal at the end of the fight?
I could have pressed more, of course. Anyone can, but championship fights, they're all close like this, especially with two high-level fighters. But I mean, he was hurt multiple times. One of the shots, he honestly should have been counted as a knockdown. But I mean, you know how it is. I mean, he survived. He knows how to survive. But I mean, I hit him so many times clean when I did, and hurt him. I was, some of those rounds were for sure 10-8 rounds.
Was there a rematch clause in your contract?
No, but I mean, of course, I am owed a rematch. You don't get a 114, 114, 115, 113. I get a rematch.
Liliana Fuchigana Boxing and the Good Fight. Rolly, you guys did hug before the 12th round. What was the emotion behind that, if any?
I love Teofimo. I love him. That's all. He's my little brother. That doesn't change anything. He has no control over the scoring of the judges.
I ain't gonna lie though, I probably wouldn't talk to my friend for like a year, probably. Cause I'd be pissed. And not at them, but at the fact, like what the fuck? Like, and then everybody acting like, oh, you tried. Like, nah, we ain't finna talk to you. Just, I'll see you in a couple of months, bro.
Nah, he was out, but I couldn't get him clean, and he wasn't completely like wobbled out. The other shot I hit him with at the end of the round, though, he was out.
Going into the next round, what was your corner telling you, and what were you thinking and trying to do?
Well, I was trying to open that cut even more than anything, but I was trying to feint him and land a good left hand.
One last question right here.
Rolly, if you feel like you were hurting him and having success when you were connecting, why weren't you more aggressive down the stretch?
Why don't we ask that to every single box that literally just picks, moves. You guys everyone praises that as beautiful, perfect boxing, yada, yada, yada. But when I do it, why don't I get the same why don't I get the same like everybody else, right? Why is it because I'm a power puncher? Why? Because I'm awkward? Because of this? It's like I never get a fair shake. And it's apparent, I outboxed the dude that's supposed to be the best, one of the best boxers. He's an Olympian and all this stuff, you know. I clearly outboxed him. I cut him. I hurt him multiple times. I mean, it's clear as day. I deserve a rematch. And honestly, that decision was, you know, I mean, self-explanatory, man. It's not, you know.
Thank you.
I agree. I see. I'm not saying that I don't see how T.O. won, but to lose your belt on such a slim margin of a fight when T.O. really didn't do much of anything. And of course, Rolly output is going to be low. He's a power puncher. Why was the expectation for Rolly to do more and have more to output and be more active when that expectation should have been on T.O.? He's the more technically sound boxer. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Shout out to
Rolly,
Rolly.
thank you for coming up here, answering questions. I know it didn't go your way, but hoping to see you again soon. Any final words from you?
God bless everybody. I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I thank my man right here, Louis DeCuba Jr. If it wasn't for him and Al Heyman, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I thank them. I thank my team, my father, Ismael Salas, and that's everyone to come out and see me. Thank you.
Rolly, thank you so much.
Shout out to Rolly. All right, let's check out some more videos. Link is pinned to the chat. If anybody want to come up, I got about 45 minutes left.
I got hit with what? 2 little right hands the whole fight. How many hooks did you get?
Amazing performance from Rolly.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah,
Fellas, I'm sorry.
Rolly fought good, bro.
Appreciate y'all, fellas.
What you just think, just overall?
It was a good box. It was a good boxing performance by Rolly. T.O. probably took over with his activity towards the end, but if you really pay attention and look, Rolly was landing big blows and not getting hit in the first half of the fight.
So you thought Rolly won?
Nah, I mean, if T.O. won, it was a majority decision for a reason. It was close. It ended up being close, but it was a good fight for sure.
Thanks, Lamont.
I agree with Lamont.
Right, baby, you did good, man. Get some rest, man.
For sure.
Good fight.
Win, bro.
I said, fuck that. I told him, I said, you gotta do better than that.
We seen him like crack his neck. So I was like, oh man, y'all hit the press. Hey, you look good. Y'all hit the press?
Yeah.
All right.
Afterwards, I can appreciate you guys.
He's smooth, my dog. I thought he took his foot off the gas. You know what I mean? Like, go his way.
What are your thoughts on the T.O. at 147, man?
I like him at 147. It's better at it. It's better. So.
You think Rolly's output was so low?
I mean, T.O. didn't look any different to me, honestly, y'all. I didn't see any improvement. I didn't see any improvement that T.O. made from the Shakur fight. Did y'all see any improvements that T.O. made from the Shakur fight? If y'all did, let me know and drop it below. Maybe I missed it.
Rolly used a power standpoint. He was going for power. Like the left hook wasn't landing. And but he fought. I thought Rolly fought.
What is Charlo talking about? The left hook wasn't landing. The left hook was absolutely landing. He was popping the shit out of T.O. with that check left hook. Best Videos in the building. What's up, Best Videos? What you got for the show?
Yeah, what up, 2 cents?
What up? Where you been, Best Videos?
I've been around. I was commenting on your stream last night. I just didn't come up to the panel.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought like I would ask you, 2 cents, what rounds did you give Rolly? Because I'm so curious. I know he won I think it was the second or third round, clearly. but he actually pushed T.O. down. Yeah, I mean, it's clear on tape that he pushed him. It's not a knocker. You can't push somebody down and get a knockdown. I don't know what Rolly's talking about. I think
I
that
gave
was the
Rolly the
one big
first.
round he
I
had.
gave Rolly the first 4 rounds.
Okay, now see
One,
how you gave
two,
him the
three,
first 4
four.
rounds. That's
I
crazy.
gave
That's
him the
wow.
ninth round, and I gave him the 11th round.
So you gave him all 4 of the first rounds based on what though? How?
Because because he was boxing T.O. in a circle, and T.O. couldn't cut the ring off. And every time T.O. came in to try to exchange, Rolly was winning those exchanges, and then he was
In the
timing
first
T.O. and
4 rounds,
popping him
two
with the
cents.
left hook.
In
Yeah.
the first 4 rounds. Okay. Well, we need, like you said, we need to actually review those first 4 rounds because I have
Are you
to
following
see
me on
what you.
Kick?
I mean, I'm not, but I can follow you on Kick this so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can go
Follow
and
me
you
on Kick.
because I don't know anyone had Rolling ahead 4-0. Nah, I don't know who had
One of
except
the
for your.
judges had him ahead five
Well, that
nothing.
guy, and here's my thing with that. I thought that was he was the oddball. Like he was the only one that had.
I mean, but
Usually
you
the
said
guy,
said you didn't
usually
know
the
nobody.
no, usually the guy that's different than the other two, that's vastly different. That's the guy you want to look at as having an agenda. You usually don't look at the two scorecards that are close together. You look at the oddball. He was the only one
What
that had
about
him
the
for it.
one?
Oh,
Well,
why
no,
didn't
because
anybody?
one of
Because
one of the judges gave Rolly round one, round three, round four, and round five. It was 113, 115. So two judges believe that Rolly won those first couple of rounds.
well, then
So
I think then we need to investigate what's going on because I don't see how in the heck they were looking at. He won the one round when he pushed them down that round. He clearly won, but the other rounds, Tio was clearly landing more punches and controlling the action. How do you win a round when someone's landing more punches and controlling the action? He said he want to be like Shakur. That's not what Shakur do. Shakur don't get hit, my guy. That's the difference. You trying to be Shakur. You're not Shakur. Rolly, you will never be Shakur. You started boxing
did he say
when you were
Shakur's name?
18 years
Wait,
old.
wait, did he
You
say
will
Shakur's
never be a
name? Why does
Shakur.
everybody keep talking about Shakur? Did he say
Because
Shakur's name?
he was trying to say in that press conference, oh, look what Shakur doing, y'all admonish him. No, he don't get hit and he's landing punches too. He's not taking the entire round off, not throwing any punches. You can't win a round like that. Even though they said that this one guy was supposedly won a round not throwing the punches, in this modern day boxing, you don't win rounds by just running around the round waiting for a knockout. This is what he was doing the whole fight. He caught him the one time. Oh, let me do this the whole fight and so I can catch him again and finish him. It don't work like that. He's not Tank. That's what Tank does. But Tank is much more skilled than Rolly, and Rolly will never be that skilled to do that. He needs to do what he does, and that's attack the whole fight and hope he don't get knocked out like he did against Tank. But he's trying to be a boxer, which he's not. You're not. You're not a boxer. You're not a good boxer, bro. Don't even try to do that. I don't know what Rolly was doing the whole fight, thinking that he was gonna have T.O. try to counter T.O. and knock him out. That was his game plan. You tell me what's different. Am I lying? Was that not the game plan? It's to try to get a counter and knock T.O. out. Was that not the game plan?
I don't understand why everybody is so upset that Rolly had a game plan to try to box and move with Tio. Why are people upset about that? I think that shit's weird.
Because he's crying about it when he tried to do it and got beat clearly. Why is he crying? He's getting on the podium. Oh, I landed the left. He ain't land the left. Like you said, since the third or fourth round, he didn't land another left, hard left. So why is he talking about like he was landing all night
He
long?
landed a lot. He
Like he
was
was
landing
landing
hard shots
left
all
all
night
night
long.
long.
He was
Why is he
landing hard
lying?
shots all night long. Let me let
Why
D
is he
Free go.
lying though?
D Free, what you got?
Why is Rolly lying? He getting up there lying and crying when he didn't fight, when he was not throwing punches. How many punches did Compo Box have him throwing?
We can look that up. What you
Yeah, look that up. See how many punches this man threw out the whole fight. It had to be low.
The whole
Ridiculously low.
fight was low output and T.O. had more activity. Like that's really it
Way
was a
more
low
activity
output
and made
fat. It
more
was a
punches
low
than he did.
output fight.
He was
T.O.
who
had
was
more active hold on. T.O.
uh,
had more activity later throughout the fight.
Don't say later throughout the
Rolly.
whole fight. Not
No,
that, I
don't tell
mean,
me what to listen. Best videos. Don't tell me what I think, bro. I'm telling you what I
not what
think.
you think. I'm talking about
I'm
copy blocks. Look
no,
at
I
copy
haven't. I
blocks.
haven't looked at copy box.
Oh,
Listen to.
okay.
Let me tell you what I'm thinking. In the later of the fight, Rolly could have pressed the action and put and apply more pressure. He should have done that, but at the same time, Tio was more active, but he really wasn't landing nothing. He was going to the body a lot, which I do believe Rolly when he says a lot of those body shots was being blocked because people thought that his body was red from the body shots. And when you seen when he held his shirt up, he wasn't bruised up at all. He wasn't
But when,
bruised. So
but
the narrative of he was just killing his body and it was all bruised up isn't true. However, I do think that the body shots he did land slowed Rolly down at the end of the fight. So I'm not saying like, oh, Rolly should have won or nothing like that. I could see how T.O. won it, but I'm just saying that for that to be a championship fight, I think it should have been a draw. Or he
how?
should have
I
kept
mean,
his belt.
that's
That's
what
what I
I
think.
don't get when
Let me
y'all
let D
say.
Free go. Hold on, let me let D Free go. D Free, what you got?
It was a horrible main event. It was lackluster. But I do believe Tio won that fight. At best, I gave Rolly 4 rounds. At best, Rolly didn't do much of anything outside of, like I said, outside of that one big punch where he rocked Tio. He didn't really do anything. He was jumping back. He was throwing one shot at a time. Tio was letting his hands go, and Tio did land way more shots than Rolly landed. Where Rolly say T.O. didn't touch them, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, Rolly got to do more. Even his corner was telling him, you losing this fight. You got to do more. You got to let your hands go. You're losing the fight. His corner told him that. So I'm not the only one that's saying it. His corner saying the same thing. And I'm like, no, he's losing this fight. Like I said, I was rooting for Rolly. I
don't disagree.
I picked T.O. to win the fight. I had T.O. winning by a split decision because I thought both of these guys was a 50-50 fight. I said I had T.O. by a split decision, but T.O. clearly won the fight. I was like, it wasn't close to me.
But this is my thing, D Free. I don't disagree with you that Rolly should have picked it up. I was saying that during the fight party. But my thing is, Rolly is the power puncher. T.O. is the technically sound boxer. And to me, for it to be a low output fight, T.O. should have the pressure to do more should have been on T.O., not Rolly, because Rolly that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to land his big shots. That's what he's trying to do.
The pressure should have been on T.O. if he was losing, but T.O. was winning. T.O. didn't need to change up anything. It's order when you're losing. It's up to you to make the adjustments. T.O. is winning. He doesn't have to change anything. He's winning.
I'm just asking, why is that the sentiment?
Because he's losing the fight, so you got to make an adjustment. If you only throwing one shot at a time, well, you need to pick it up because you're losing throwing one shot at a time. You got to throw 2 or 3 at a time. You got to throw multiple shots at a time. You got to do something different to change up what you're doing right now, because what you're doing right now, you're losing the fight. So you gotta make an adjustment. That's why it's on the emphasis of Rolly to throw more punches, to Rolly to pick up the action, because he's losing the fight.
Okay, hold on, y'all. I need everybody right now to punch the subscribe button if you're enjoying the show, you finding value in the content. Let me let Charlo finish saying what he's saying. He's saying the left hand ain't landing. It was absolutely landing, but let me let him finish, and then I'm gonna let
really good. I mean, y'all. A lot of people just look at y'all listen to the fans and the crowd, and that'll kind of blow you away from the fight. But you got to say a lot of those shots wasn't actually landing. Teofimo just got to do better with blocking that right hand, like keeping his right hand up, blocking that left hook, and he just wasn't sitting on it. And, I mean, it was a great fight. I liked it.
You think Rolly would beat Ryan Garcia if they try to unify Ryan this past combat? I mean, Teofimo.
Because I was going to say Rolly. But yeah, I feel like he could make it happen.
Honestly, man, I'm so thankful for that punch. That thing woke me up, and it made me realize why I'm doing what I'm doing. I bit down on that mouthpiece. I said in the middle of the round with Rolly, I said, you got to do better than that to take me out. Yeah. And I just said, nah, we're going to fight. Let's go.
What do you think made the difference, Tio?
The difference? The heart of a champion. Yeah. Never giving up. But, I was tapping to the body and just staying consistent. I felt like that was a 15-round fight, but it was only 12. So, you know, but I'm just thankful.
How did his power feel?
It's strong, I say. I think his right hand's stronger than his left, but overall, yeah, it's a. I'm happy. I take out the biggest punch at 147 right now.
Which you guys came up and all that.
I got 46 people in the building and 36 likes. Everybody punch the like button. Punch the like button.
How much better has Rolly's gotten?
Rolly's been good. He's always been a good fighter. I wish that I had him throw more punches so that we can get more action going. Yeah.
What'd you tell Rolly after the fight, too?
Hey, told him I love him. He said you never stop loving me. I said that. What's that? He said we're always gonna be family. I said yeah, of course we are. We shed blood tonight together, so you know it just made us much closer after tonight.
All right, so now your third division. Last thing, he said he told Lamont Rose, look at his face and look at mine.
Yeah.
Kind of how he's gonna judge who should have won. That's what Rolly said. Look at his face and look at mine.
Well, look at his body and look at mine. I mean, we could both say the same things. We'll let the people think who won. Danny, Saeed. How was the body? But yeah. Great. Honestly, I've been training nonstop, so I think it's time for me to like take a moment, you know, and just like really feel the moment. That's all. Feel the moment. I want to thank all of you guys for taking the time.
Congrats, Teo. Now, 3 division weight world.
Dondrick, you want to hear him?
Hell no. Hell no.
It's on Dondrick, then it's on NHA, then it's on G Honda. What you got, Dondrick?
See, I ain't mad at the Teo win. Like it's that don't bother me. Like niggas lose all the goddamn time. It just happens in boxing. If you fighting people, you gonna lose to somebody eventually. So I don't care. But the thing is, I'm tired of people saying Teo whooped Rolly's ass. No, he didn't. I'm tired of people saying that Teo was just hitting him so many times. Rolly was shoulder rolling and hitting Teo, punching Teo's arm. Teo wasn't hitting, and I don't understand why people keep saying, "Oh, Teo was landing." He wasn't. He wasn't landing. You could see Rolly's arm stuck to his side the whole time because that's the only shot that he was trying to get. He had more activity, and I agree. Rolly needed to be more active, and he wasn't listening to Silas at all. Silas was telling him he needed to step it up. Like I would listen to every corner. He said he needed to step it up, but you know what? People say, "Oh, you can box." He boxed. And people mad that he boxed. They want him to do something that he didn't want to do. But you know what? I hope I hope they run it back or anything. But I had a 7-5 either way. I didn't think it was a crazy contested fight. Like I didn't think that Teo blew him out of the water. I think Rolly did let the last couple rounds. I think he won the 11, and I think he should have won the 12, and it would have been better. But he let the 12 go. You know what I'm saying? He didn't let his hands go. And that's what I think we were saying it when we was in I said he need to let his hands go. You know what I'm saying?
We were saying that the whole second half of the fight. We was like, why is he not pushing the gas? Why he not letting his hands go?
And I think you know what?
I think he stuck. I don't know if that was their game. I can't say that was their game because his corner kept telling him to push the gas.
But he was trying to box. He was trying to prove that he could box, and I think that's to his detriment. But people saying, "Oh, Teo is landing to the body." No, he wasn't. Because I'm telling you, I've had getting punched in the side plenty of times. Your side don't become not red after not getting punched.
Facts.
Your side gonna stay red and it's gonna hurt, and you're not even gonna want to lift your shirt up. Like, so he's showing you, like, no, he wasn't hitting me. He wasn't. So it's like, but you know, people gonna say they're gonna be biased. Everybody's an analyst. Everybody knows what they're talking about, but once we run it back on kicking, I show people, like, hey, that wasn't landing. They're gonna be like, oh, he really wasn't landing. Then it's like, oh, when you break it down and show people, it's different. But you know, I ain't mad. Rolly went out there and did his thing. It wasn't a great fight, but it was okay fight. Hey, now they get to fight. See who's gonna fight next.
See, now he can go get stopped by Ryan Garcia.
That's the problem that I have when you say when you break it down and you show them. The judges don't get a chance to break down the fight. They watch it real time. They watch it real time. So at real time, it looks like the punch landed. Did it land? You have to go back and look at it and slow it down and pause it and things like that. But in real time, it looks like the punch is landed. So you're going to get credit for it because that's all they got to go by is real time. They don't have the luxury of going back and rewinding and slowing it down.
But it didn't even look like they was landing though, D-Free.
I'm looking at punches that landed on them. definitely.
No, I'm not saying they didn't land. I'm just saying he's getting attributed more to body shots being landed when he didn't. They were saying he was landing so many body shots he was bruising up his side. That's not true.
I don't know. I mean, bruising up the side is how damaging the punch is. I'm looking at the punch that landed. You can land a punch and then not leave a bruise. He could be landing punch and they just wasn't leaving bruises. Because when your side is bruised or any part of your body is bruised, it's because you bust those blood vessels.
But this is what I'm saying, Bree. During the fight, as we were watching the fight, it appeared as though Rolly was getting hit so much to the body that he was being bruised. So that takes into account of judges feeling like, oh, he's landing all these body shots that he's throwing. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I understand that. But what I will say is, even if it was from T.O.'s blood, T.O. blood is on his glove. If he's landing that shot, it's going to leave that blood stain on his side. So it's showing you that the punch did land because there's blood there now. It might not be bruised, but it's blood there now.
He was red from hitting every time his arm slapping against himself. That's why it was red. He kept slapping against himself. Rolly has like a chicken wing kind of fucking guard. So it slaps against his arms. I don't know why I gotta keep people technical skill. And then that's my problem with judging. The judges should not be ringside. They should be somewhere else watching on a screen where they can see the whole fight. Because you cannot see the whole fight sitting down on ringside. I don't care what nobody says.
Judges been judging like this for over a century, man. We can't just pick and choose what fights.
I don't give a damn about it being the same. Things need to change to get better. If you
It's not gonna get better though. It's like, I mean,
it would be better if they're looking at it from a monitor where they can see it, the whole fight, where they can see all the angles, where they actually can see what's landing, what's actually hitting, how they're moving, what's making damage. You should. Well, I don't understand why y'all want the shit to be the same from the 1950s when it should be changed now. We're in the fucking 2000s.
so you want so and after that you're gonna want, you know what I'm saying, rewinding, instant replay and all that extra shit that we already dealing with the sports.
NHA, let me say this real quick before you go, NHA, and then I'm gonna pass it to you and then E Honda. Let's stop with you don't get to pick and choose. Like, let's just talk about people's opinions. Let's stop trying to tell people how they need to think about something. Like, that shit is getting real annoying. Say what you think, challenge what other people think, and let's just keep the conversation going like that. Go ahead, NHA, what you got?
I just need to. I mean, I'm kind of getting a little ridiculous and shit with like all this doubting the win.
Who's doubting the win? No, time out.
Whoever. I'm not
nobody
in particular. I'm not naming no names, but you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of people, going with the notion that somehow, Rolly got robbed. Not directing anybody in the panel, anything like that, but that like T.O. control the fight. He control the pace, he control the tempo. He was the aggressor. Despite what most people thought, he landed more power punches than motherfucking Rolly.
He absolutely did not.
He did. Go check the punch stats.
Absolutely did not.
Check the punch stats. I'm not making this up.
One or two.
He landed. We can't. That's the thing. We're like we can choose when we want to, go with the punch stats or not. But the official punch stats saying he outlanded on power punches in double digits, like 13 or 14.
By double digits?
I will have to say that he did outland them in power shots because anything outside of a jab is a power shot.
Exactly. Them body shots was all those are all count as power shot. And we can say he hit him in the arm, but why you think he was hitting him in the arm? Because that one time I think he caught him it was like in the third round, he caught Rolly hard, on the spleen. And ever since then, Rolly kept that lead hand down. Because he didn't want to get hit there. He didn't want to get hit there again. Like he got caught.
That's the worst shot. That's the worst shot to take in boxing is a fucking liver shot.
I mean, shit. Shout out to T.O. for, capitalizing. He kept going there too. And was scoring. So at the end of the day, although I do agree with Don Drake, you know, saying it wasn't a whitewash by any means. Tio done whip his ass, so you know, by any
That's
means.
all we saying.
But
That's
he
all we
won.
saying.
He won convincingly. There was like no denying that.
I think he really gave up the rounds in the second half. I think he gave it up. But I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna be out here. Oh, Tio whooped his ass. That's just the only thing I'm hearing. Like, no, nigga, no.
No, neither one of these guys whipped each other ass because this fight was lackluster. It wasn't a lot of action. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of action early on. And the only real action of the fight was when Rolly landed the big shot. That was the only real action of the fight. Other than that, it was just Tio throwing a combination here and there, Rolly throwing one shot, Rolly throwing another one shot, and then maybe Rolly will throw two shots. But that's all. That's how the fight went. The entire fight, outside of that one big shot that Rolly landed, it was lackluster.
I think it was a decent fight. I mean, because you got to expect for low punch output in a Rolly fight, because people don't want to get countered and caught.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I was literally falling asleep until that shot landed, and I woke up. I was literally laying in my bed. I lied to you not. I lied to you not. I was on D1's channel. I got off the channel, went and laid in my bed, and I was laying down watching the fight, and I was falling asleep. When he landed the shot, I sat up. I was like, okay, we got some action now. I lied to you not. Go ask D1 that I drop off.
G Honda, what you got, G Honda?
What's good? Salute, y'all. What's good with y'all?
What up?
Chilling. Now I had Tio winning the fight by decision, man. I think he had more volume and more activity. I mean, however, as far as the significant strikes, I mean, I don't know about significant strikes, but I would say Tio did out strike him. But I did have it 8-4 Tio. But outside of Rolly getting him in trouble, I mean, I just think if Rolly had a different trainer like a Robert Garcia or somebody more credible, or like a Derrick James even, he could have closed the show.
No. That was Rolly wasn't listening to that corner, bro.
Rolly was freestyling.
Yeah, he definitely was. Silas was telling him to pick his hand. He said, "You need to pick it up." He was telling him every round, "You need to pick it up."
Well, I'm saying, well, my point is this: once he got him in trouble, connecting, because Tio got a lot of scar tissue around his eye. So once he got him in trouble and got the cut, he should have pounced on Tio, and he possibly could have closed the show, possibly, but he should have been the aggressor then. But yeah, I did have Tio win the fight 8-4. Tio did have a lot more activity and volume, and punch strikes landed on him. And I had Tio 8-4.
Hey, I'm gonna say something too that I didn't hear nobody else mention. When Rolly rocked Tio, Rolly tried to go in for the kill, and Rolly got caught with a clean shot. And I think that's why he backed off, because he got caught with a clean shot trying to go in for the kill. And then we saw Rolly back up. And so I think that's the reason why he never went in anymore, because he had Tio on the ropes and he was trying to catch him, and Tio caught him. Tio was just throwing shots. Tio still didn't have his legs, but he was throwing shots. And one of those shots landed, and Rolly backed up, and Rolly never went in for the kill again.
You know the saying though is a hurt animal is the most dangerous one. Like I see motherfuckers getting like in training get clipped trying to, because you think you got somebody hurt and that motherfucker fire off on you, because it's kill or be killed at the moment. And I seen it, and Rolly kept pushing a little forward, but I think he gassed out too. I think Rolly kind of punched himself out.
He started breathing through his mouth. All that movement he was doing.
Yeah, he was doing too much movement. I think Rolly removed too much.
He did too much movement, and he should have just stood there more and let Tio come to him.
I really think he was trying to imitate what Shakur did. I really believe that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to imitate what Shakur did, because all of that jumping back and bouncing around the ropes that he was doing, I was like, that's not what Rolly normally do. Rolly,
he did it in the Pitbull fight too.
Yeah,
he did that thing in the Pitbull fight.
But you know what? He threw more punches in the Pitbull fight. He threw way more combinations in the Pitbull fight. He threw
But
way
again,
more combinations.
but against Tio, that was not a bad, you know what I'm saying, strategy, because forcing Tio to fight on the front foot is never a bad idea. The problem with Rolly, he was just not, I mean, I don't think he was, I'm gonna be real. I don't think he has the capabilities, has the ability to capitalize on Tio's deficiencies.
I just think he ain't
which
throwing.
clearly he didn't, and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because like he fought the right strategy. Make Tio come to you, because Tio's ass if he got to create offense. Because he always have that lead hand down and shit. You know what I'm saying?
The only problem is Rolly wasn't throwing.
I think he had the right strategy. I think he implemented it well for who he is as a. Listen, we gotta grade him on who he is as a fighter. Don't compare him to the best fighters in the world like somebody told me they do yesterday. As far as what we know in Rolly and his capabilities, he implemented the game plan. He didn't make the adjustment he needed to make that his corner told him to make, and he lost the fight. That's all we're saying. But to say the fight wasn't competitive at all, I don't agree with that. I don't agree that the fight wasn't competitive at all. I don't agree. What you got, D? For you got a new camera set up over there? Oh, you had that's your background though. I thought you had another camera set up. But you on mute.
I was going to show y'all right here. You can see Tio caught Rolly clean. Rolly was like, "Hold up, man, what the hell?" He wasn't expecting Tio to catch him like that.
I seen Rolly get hit with about 3 good shots from Tio. Let me let the hangover talk, and then
champion. First off, what are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling amazing. I mean, you know, coming from a bad loss, you know, which really, like I said it before, was a wake-up call for me. You know, it really saved my life, and you know, I'm happy to have my son with me now as a 3-world-time champion, and you know, a real 3-time world champion. So, man, tough fight. You know, Brody didn't come to fight tonight, and I saw my son winning every round except for the 5th round. You know, I could give that round to Rolly, or maybe 2 or 3 rounds. But I mean, like, for a person to what was it, a draw? Somebody had a draw, which is ridiculous. You know, he didn't come to fight. People say my son has no power, but Rolly must have felt it because he ran the whole night.
Yeah, just your response to Rolly in the post-fight mentioned, hey, look at my face, look at Tio's face. You tell me who won. He also kind of alluded that he felt like
all those punches, all those punches we knew. I told my son, catch all those punches with your gloves, bro, and catch and shoot. You know, he was a little bit off with the right hand, but he was catching all the punches with his glove. I mean, that was the only punches that he was throwing, and my son was catching them. You know, if people want to call those, you know, punches that landed, they must be crazy. That's about the only thing that he did in that whole fight.
What were you telling him during the rounds of the fight, especially when he got buzzed?
I was telling him to double jab and hit him over the, you know, hit him in the
shoulder rolling.
Yeah, I was hit him in the shoulder, hit him on the body. You know, forget about the head. Just go double jab. We're winning every round. You know, you're doing good. You're doing good. And but the thing is that I told him right before the fight, I told him, no, if you get hit with a good shot, that shit's gonna wake you up, all right? So that's what I told him when I went in the ring after that shot. I told him, now you're up. Now you woke up, and that's how he started taking all the rounds. You know,
So you weren't worried then?
No, I motivated him because I knew that he was gonna probably get hit with a good shot. But I had called it before we even started the fight. You know, the whole plan was to just catch those punches that he would throw, catch and shoot. You know, but my son wasn't throwing the right hand as much as I wanted him to throw it. But I think we have, from coming from a bad loss, to a win like this, he did an amazing job. It's not easy to fight somebody that doesn't come to fight, you know. So I give him a lot of props.
Did you have a chance to talk to Rolly at all in the ring?
No, not at all.
No,
not at all.
Okay. I was just wondering, like, how are you feeling about that? You know, that
now that
it's over.
I mean, anybody that saw that fight, man, it was a blowout. I mean, he didn't come to fight. So
in terms of the relationship, I guess.
I think that Rolly knows that, you know, he must have felt his power because he didn't want to commit, you know, and my son did an amazing job. I think that coming off a loss, people don't understand, you know, he needs to get his confidence back. And I think that he'll be ready for the next fight.
You guys stated you guys want to go the undisputed route, but how does that road look to you guys?
I think it's looking, I mean, perfectly. I mean, God is guiding him in the right way, you know, giving him this fight. He could have taken an easy fight. We went straight for the world title. Now it's gonna be easier for us because Ryan Garcia is fighting Conor Ben. We could unify that, you know, and then get whoever's at the end, you know, Liam Perro or Devin Haney.
Tio mentioned he has to, you know, tighten up some things. Did you notice any of those things?
Yeah, he was off. He was a little bit off tonight. Yeah. But you know, it's not hard to chase somebody. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been a better fight if Rolly would have committed.
All right. Yeah. Do you feel that Haney ultimately will be the biggest challenge to you guys?
I don't really.
They clearly want this Teofimo Haney fight. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
talking. I'm not saying that he'll be the biggest challenge, but I think the biggest fight to make is Ryan Garcia or Conor Ben next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And if Teo
Yeah.
is at 100%, what happens in that?
Well, we're in a good place with my son right now, and all I gotta say is that all these motherfuckers were wrong. You know, they're trying to get rid of me because they don't like my son, and they're trying to get rid of my son. And I got the best interest for my son, so they could go fuck themselves because I'm not going nowhere. All right? Fuck you.
What you think of Teo, man?
Hey, I hope.
I mean, shout out to T.O. Senior. I mean, he got a right to be upset. Everybody say, I still think T.O. should get rid of your ass. That's why he up and down. That's why he's fucking up and down, because
Still needs to get rid of his ass.
how you affect him mentally. That's why he's up and down. Let's see. I got something to say about what T.O. Senior said. T.O. Senior said.
Absolutely not.
Shout out to everybody in the building. If you're watching, please punch the like button. I got 50 people in the building.
Man, Teo did that. We just helped him in camp, but that's all Teo. And what Teo did was he believed in himself, got his mind right, and he took over. And it's a takeover. He was outboxing that motherfucker. You can't knock everybody out. Why is Floyd considered the greatest fighter of all time? Because he beat people on points. He didn't knock everybody out. That's exactly what Teo did, man.
Man, tell me what you think about Teofimo's victory versus ROLLY, man.
It was a back and forth fight at times. You didn't know what kind of fight you'd see, but yeah, man, it's Teo won that fight. So
The strategy was, it seemed to kind of jab right hand to the body, kind of get him
the body is what changed the fight. Teo did not stop going to ROLLY's body, and it definitely slowed him down for sure.
Yeah, do you think ROLLY at one point, I mean, they catch him right? It seemed like he almost dropped him. I mean,
he could have, if ROLLY put on the gas, I think he could have gotten him out of there, but Teo had a game plan of targeting ROLLY's body, and you go to the body, it slows you down. So you can't step on the gas if you got no gas to use. So it was a good fight. It was a good fight.
Looking at the overall picture of the welterweights now,
Yeah.
I mean, now we got a brand new player, right? Who has
I
his
know.
own name.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
It's obviously a kind of shot, another shot at life into
Yeah.
the division. Just where does Teo rank as far as welterweight champion?
I don't know. Styles make fights. I'm not a believer that, if someone beats this guy, then, I'm not a believer of that fake matchmaking in boxing. Because ROLLY could have beaten Teo, and that doesn't necessarily mean that ROLLY would beat Shakur, right? But, it's interesting. ROLLY's an active dog. Teo's, up higher in his ranks now. So we'll see what matches get made. But there's so many matches to get made in boxing right now. We're in a good spot.
Good fight. Good fight overall, right? Which is always what we're looking for in nights like this. An entertaining fight. Just what did you see being former fighter, former champion? What did you see in that?
I mean, I enjoyed it, man. I thought that we saw a very technical fight, a very entertaining fight, because we knew that the fight could have ended at any moment. ROLLY had the power to do that. Teofimo also had the power. So, it was very interesting. Everyone got their money's worth. The co-main event was stellar. Dude, Hernandez versus the Argentinian Barón. Man, they went at it. Credit to both guys. It was very close. I could have gone either way. But going back to the main event, I think the right guy took the decision.
In those moments where Teofimo did get hurt, what were you seeing in there, like as far as what was happening when that happened?
I think he just got caught. He got caught with a good punch by Romero. We all knew that he had the power, and at that point, he had to reassess what he was doing. Right? I think his corner senior did the right job by waking him up, telling him to be cautious, to get back on the game plan, keep that left hand up. And from that point on, for the most part, he did. He kind of dictated the pace. He made sure not to get caught. He switched up the punches. He didn't throw the same thing over and over again. So he adjusted. And I think that's what makes a champion, right? They adjust. And that's exactly what he did. ROLLY did a good job too, although he just didn't do enough to win the fight. We all know that Romero has the power to end any fight. And that wasn't any different in this one, right? And I think he had a lot of confidence in his power, so much to the point that he thought, I'll be patient. This is what he was thinking. He'll be patient and he'll land that right punch. But at the same time, Teofimo Lopez wasn't making it easy for him. And I think that's what made the difference, right? I mean, as much as ROLLY was looking for it, that punch, that opening just wasn't getting there, right? There was a couple punches that he was like centimeters away from hurting Teofimo Lopez. The reason why I say that is because ROLLY's very strong. And if he lands that punch, that right hand that was this much, this far away from Teofimo's chin, if he would have landed that, it would have put him in a bad situation. Although Teofimo did just enough to get away from it in every one of those situations. So I congratulate him. I think those adjustments really won him the fight. Congrats to him, and I can't wait to see what's next. Now Teofimo Lopez is a 3-division world champion, and sky's the limit. I mean, he has so many fighters he can fight in this welterweight division. Ryan Garcia being one of them, many others. So I'm looking forward to his future, and I'm looking forward to boxing in general. And I can't wait to see the Virgil Ortiz versus Boots fight.
ROLLY was very.
Nobody gonna fight ROLLY without a belt. I don't know if ROLLY gonna get too many more fights. He barely got a fight now. People don't want to fight ROLLY. That's trash.
I doubt they're gonna try to fight him again.
I feel like they really wanted Rolly out the picture. Like they really wanted him out the picture, to be honest with you. And he made it easier for them to do it. He should have stepped on the gas, man. He definitely should have stepped on the gas, in my opinion.
No, I think Frank Martin, guys like the Frank Martin and Richardson Hitchens will probably step in and give him a shot because I think
Richardson is not fighting Rolly, bro.
I'm sorry.
Frank Martin is at 40. Frank Martin is at 40. He's not coming to 47.
And Richardson Hitchison is not fighting Rolly. That's a terrible style matchup.
I mean,
and Richardson Hitchison is awful.
Take that back because 40 and 47 need to combine ranks, nigga. God damn.
Why you say that?
He might as well join
because
you.
What is it? All these 40 pounders can make 47, and all these niggas at 47 ain't really that big. So all of them can mix it up.
They can just join Zuffa. Zuffa ain't got no 140 division.
Yeah,
I've been over 140.
Shit, what y'all think about Yo Hernandez last night? Daniel, did you see those scorecards for that fight? He almost lost that fight.
Nah, I ain't see it.
Yeah, he didn't look like no demon. I'll tell you that much, man. I was high on him, but
after a while, I got mad. I'm like, nigga, you playing too goddamn much.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think if you can, if somebody had more power than old boy than Veron, I think it would have been kind of ugly for him because he was just too wild.
I've never seen him play like that. I'm like,
look,
I seen it first couple of
This was the scorecards: 95, 95, 98, 92, and 99, 91.
98, 92, 91. And what's the other one? 98, 92, and what else the other one?
95, 95, and 99, 91.
So two of the scorecards was him winning almost all the rounds, and the other one just draw.
Yep.
So it wasn't that close of a fight. I don't know how you seen it as a draw because the nigga other dude wasn't doing shit, but
he was bullshitting now, bro. He almost
was doing shit like hell though. You feel me? And that's why I be mad at 60 pounders. Why all these 60 pounders seem like they be bullshit?
I don't know.
Am I the only one that notices that?
No, they do be bullshitting.
Like even McKenna the last week, he didn't look like he was anything crazy, and he was bull, and he looked like he was doing the wrong shit too. What's up with 60?
Ain't that much talent over there. That's what's
it's
up with it.
They just, I don't think, well, yeah, it's not a lot of talent at 60. I think a lot of those 54 pounders need to go up to 60 sooner or later. So
if your biggest talent is a 40-year-old or 41-year-old and shit, and then something's wrong, or 41-year-old and a prospect, not I'll say a contender and shit. That's your biggest talent at 160 right now. I don't see nobody else.
Shout out
It's
to
Yo-Yo
Randall
and fucking
700
Lara.
with the $1.99 in the super chat. He says support. Randall for supporting the channel. Thank you, Randall. Yeah, yeah, man. Yo, he was tripping. This guy talking a lot. He taking up half the interview. Let's see what Wiz Khalifa had to say.
Did you like what Tio showed, what Rolly showed?
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was a great fight. I thought it was super duper close. Unfortunately, you know.
You agree with the decision?
Do I agree?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I have to now.
Yeah. Who do you want to see Tio fight next?
Yeah, run it back.
watch this hating hoe come on here, man. There, Clarissa, I can't stand her ass.
Well, she do not like Rolly. She do need to leave that man alone, though.
Like, no one, I don't understand why she. No, she wasn't.
At the end of the fight, she's like, yeah, she gave him his prize. Like, yo, he boxed all right. He just, you know what I mean? He's Rolly. He had a good game plan. I don't think she shitted on him and shit.
I mean, I think I'll react to everything Clarissa do, but shout out to Rolly. I don't know. Rolly might retire. He's like, fuck y'all.
Nah, I think he gonna come back, and I think he gonna be mad now.
Who gonna fight him?
I think him getting saved might have took some of that goddamn anger out of him. He need that mug.
Shout out to Carbon 12 Boxing with the $4.99 in the super chat. He says, "Big salute to you, sis. Keep grinding." Shout out to Carbon with the $4.99 in the super chat. Rolly got to bite down and go for broke. Yeah, Rolly had to bite down.
Well, he didn't though.
They was on Lamar Roach ass because he said Rolly was boxing good. Glorified sparring session. Let me slow this down.
All them not Cambosis. Both of them not Cambosis ass out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Rolly stop Campos.
Cambosis sorry as hell.
He coming back to fight somebody.
Paro.
He better not.
He is. He come out. That damn Cambosis can fall up, bro. He can lose and have a title shot, or he have a big shot every time he lose.
Cause he got a fucking he got a whole he got a fucking fan base apparently in Australia.
Yeah, cause he'll fight anybody.
Rolly was them check hooks was landing though. I was like, God damn, them check hooks was popping the shit out of Tito.
Crazy, he might be even more popular than the motherfucking Tim Zoo Australia.
Definitely is. He definitely is. He definitely is.
Yeah, he been the man out there in Australia.
Oh, that is crazy though. That because he is. I mean, he ain't been good for like damn near over half a decade.
Let me ask you a question, NHA. How does Tio beating Rolly make Shakur's resume better?
I mean, what you mean that he Tio just became a 3-division weight champ. He was lineal in two, you know what I'm saying, in 2 weight classes.
Okay, so it's just the accolade. It's not the fact that he beat trash ass Rolly.
I mean, y'all. I kept hearing that Rolly was like 1 fight away from being in the Hall
I
of
don't want
Fame.
to hear what I kept hearing. I want to hear how based on y'all thoughts. Y'all said Rolly was trash. Tio was gonna wash him. How does Tio beating Rolly make? You get what I'm saying? Like, how does beating?
I just told you. Yeah, we got to go by the accolades. I mean, how else? What other metrics do we use?
Oh, so it's not that he beat Rolly. It's just because he got the accolade.
He got another belt. I mean, shit. I really don't know what other metrics do we use to judge one's, you know what I'm saying, resume.
If you do elite competition, I think that's what we supposed to do. Or you beat good competition, or you take somebody's I thought it was a whole bunch of other different things, but clearly now the rules changed because God damn.
Theo was already on the cusp. He was already linear in 2 weight classes. He was already, you know what I'm saying, unified in 2 weight classes. Technically, we could say, you know what I'm saying, he was undisputed, but he was not. But you already know shit.
Hold on, Donji, you got crazy feedback, and let me get the Donji, you got crazy feedback, and let me get this super chat. Shout out to Vincent with the $5 in the super chat. He says for the likes. Shout out to Vincent supporting the channel. Go ahead, Donji.
I said Tio was never unified at 40.
Yes, he was. What you mean? He beat Josh Taylor.
He only got 1 belt from Josh Taylor.
He was definitely unified. He had who else he beat, man? He beat fucking
Who?
He was unified, man. I can't think of the fucking goddamn name.
He didn't fight any other champions at 40.
He only Shakur only got 1 belt from him.
Oh, damn. Now he was definitely unified, man. I can't think of the fool.
He wasn't.
Sandor, Jermaine Ortiz, Claggett, Josh Taylor. Who had another belt?
I want to say wasn't it Sando? No, it wasn't Sando.
No. He's never had another title, and that's what the problem we had with 40. That's the problem we still have with 40. Nobody's unifying.
Well, he was lineal, so he was lineal at 140.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say unified.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he was unified. If I'm not, didn't Josh Kelly have 2 belts?
Look up the box rec, bro. Just look up the box rec.
No, Josh Taylor got stripped of his titles because he wasn't fighting. Remember? He was turning down fights.
All right, let's take a last look at Tio's post-fight press conference.
Let's welcome the new WBA super welterweight champion of the world, now with 3 division champion. Teo came back in the 6th round. The body shots were obviously in play here. What's your immediate reaction after the big win, Teo?
Just thankful and grateful, man. Thankful to be here. Thankful for everybody being here as well with me. It's a dream come true, you know. I think no matter what the outcome was, I think for me was getting on there in the ring, just showed that I was a winner and a champion, let alone from everything that we've already endured. So
Somebody said
yeah, I'm just
hold on. Somebody said Tio was dressed like Captain Crunch.
I think I put up tonight and I didn't shut up.
Put up or shut up. That was the name of the card. Clearly you did that. Specifically that 5th round, the cut was open over the eye. It seemed like you had to come back in that 6th round, work the body. What was going through your head in that between that 5th and 6th round?
I think the 5th round, when I did get hit, I just told myself, I said, no. You're gonna have to do a lot more than that to take me out. I think that he brought out, there's a young version of me that none of you know. Milton LaCroix and my father here know about. I used to be a young kid where I used to get mad if I didn't hit you, and I used to put my hands down and let you wail at my face. And kid you not, tonight that kind of brought that younger, angry child out of me. And I said, no, this is gonna be a fight. You're gonna have to take me out tonight if you're gonna want to get this.
What did you just say, Tio? We can't let that slide by. Let's rewind that.
And kid where Milton LaCroix and my father here know about. I used to be a young kid where I used to get mad if I didn't hit you, and I used to put my hands down and let you wail at my face. And
so I used to get mad if I didn't hit you, and then I would put my hands down and let you hit me in my face. Wow.
Where's got that figure?
Did you not, tonight that kind of brought that younger, angry child out of me. And I said, no, this is gonna be a fight. You're gonna have to take me out tonight if you're gonna want to get this win over me.
What? Wait, what are y'all talking about? Devin mom passed from all reports? What do you mean Devin mom passed? Devin will be out all of 2026 most likely.
Oh, that's
Drop a
crazy.
link. Drop a
Yeah, I
link.
heard Devin mom got. I did heard Devin mom did pass. I heard that.
His real mother?
His mom or
Yeah,
which mom?
yeah, his real mom.
Oh, that's wild.
Like the one that wasn't in his life? Or was she in his life? Or how did that work?
I don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna judge that man on his mama, but that's
No, I'm
sad,
not
bro.
judging him. I'm just asking, like, I know because I know he got a stepmom too, right? That he lived with or that he grew up with.
I don't have me lying there. I don't know.
Oh, damn, that's sad. That's crazy. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Ain't no telling when he come back, depending on the relationship he had with his mom.
Clearly put it all on the line there, and had to dig deep, which you did. One of the scorecards was a draw. The other cards had it for you. What was your thoughts on the scoring on this fight?
I think I did enough to win every round, honestly. Some would say that 5th round, but even then when ROLLY tried to follow through in that 5th round, I just moved around a little bit, used my defense, clinched on him, and then I even caught him in exchanges to make him think about it. Like, I'm still here. I'm still a live dog. You see it a lot of times. And then there was a shot. I forget what round. He hit me right before the bell. Good shot, but I just jumped up and snapped out of it. I don't know. I think you either have it or you don't. I've been doing this for 23 years, and watching my peers growing up, I took all their little bits of tricks in case you ever get hit and hurt in the fight.
And before we open it up to media questions, of course, after a big win, the question is, what's next? We had ROLLY in here. He said he wants a rematch. We know Ryan Garcia, Conor Ben have a big fight coming up. Devin Haney's also champion in the division. Liam Paro. What would you like to do next, Tio?
I think for me, I not a rematch. ROLLY didn't really do it that much tonight. I don't think he threw a lot of punches tonight to win and have that even one judge making it a majority draw or a majority decision. So I think people what they want to see next is maybe
They
me and
fucking
Ryan.
blind, bro, because you was getting hit with that left hook, but you was catching it with the glove.
It's okay.
That every round.
No matter what, look, I think I'm here. This is the road to undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to reclaim and get all the next world titles, and whoever the next champion is, that's what it's all about. I think that's what we're missing. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's people that don't want these belts no more, and I'm just one to let's get this last run before or if they ever do happen.
Step one in that journey to undisputed now at welterweight. You got the first belt, a couple more to go. So let's open it up now to media questions. Media
Can I
questions
get
for Teofimo
anybody got a
Lopez.
napkin? Just need a thank you.
Get some napkins.
We're getting it right now. Question right here.
Team
with
Guerrero
Teo.
with KO Artist Sports. Congratulations on a third division, being a champion in the third division. Just talk about those moments when he did catch you, seemed to buzz you a little bit. Obviously, you came back
Tell him what I
and
told you.
won the rounds afterwards. Just talk about getting past that adversity and just kind of, I don't know, how hurt were you during those moments?
Not hurt enough to, I wasn't hurt enough. Let's just say I could take a shot. I really can, and I think you just got to know how to play the roles. You got to bounce, you got to move your legs. Some people, when they get hit hard, they forget their legs, and you got to take that with you. And when they're coming at you and all those things, they're coming at you. So find that moment to grab them, clinch them, and then hit them at the same time. Show them that you're still awake and you're alive. It wasn't a big shot like that, but my father always knows this. Like, he said it is like he's got to hit you, and watch when he hits you, he's gonna wake you up, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
Teo, right over here.
Where? Hands up. Oh, got you, Sean.
Right here. Congratulations on the win. Just two from me. Why do you think Rolly's output was so low? When he did let go, he landed some hard counter shots. He had the moment in the 5th round, but why do you think overall his output was low in this fight?
Because I was hitting him back, plain and simple. There was a lot of shots. There was shots that I was hitting him and connecting with that I was waiting for that exchange, and he knows that. I'm very quick and I'm very fast with my shots, but at the same time, I'm very selective. I was tagging that body a lot. Look at his whole side rib. No matter what it was, we focused on if Rolly doesn't want.
And that's the thing. There was nothing on his side, really. There was nothing there. Like, that's the thing. What's up, Band Up? What you got?
What it is. I'm just tapping in. I ain't heard nothing.
We just going over Teo's post-fight press conference.
Yeah. Oh man, how I look at the man.
Oh, go ahead.
How I looked at the fight, man. It was cool. I feel like there were spots where both of them guys had success. My thing is, what the fuck made Rolly use the whole entire ring? He told him that was the game plan to do. I don't understand it. I don't get that. I never got that. That dude was using every inch of that ring to move around. And Teo don't got that much power to make you move around like that, bro. In my opinion. That's what I got to say about it. As far as the outcome of it, bro, it is what it is. I didn't have a dong in the fight, 2 cents. I don't really like dealing with these niggas like that. But man, this is a we don't like the facts always, but the fact is a fact, man. 2 of Shakur's opponents now have beaten 2 of Tank's opponents. And I think motherfuckers is gonna let that go to the head or just use it as whatever. If you ain't already heard it, I feel like that's what's gonna be the narrative. That's what I've been thinking of since this fight has ended. That's what I got for you.
That shit is weird, but I guess. I mean, I don't know why I don't know why I don't think about Tank at all when I think about this fight. I don't know why y'all do. It's just 2 fighters fighting. What does Tank have to do with Rolly and fucking Teo fighting? I don't get it. But anyway, let's see what else Rolly talking
And
about.
that's what
Teo
slowed him
talking about.
down mainly, and that's what made us win the fight tonight.
You let it be known in the post-fight, understandably, you want to take some time, enjoy the birth of your second child and those things. When it's time to come back, do you want the winner of the Ryan Garcia-Conor Benn fight? And if it's Ryan Garcia, what are your thoughts on that fight? Or would you want a title defense first before getting into unification with someone like him?
Honestly, I got 4 fights now 3 fights with the Zone, and all of them are the road to the Undisputed. We're going right to every world title. We're not taking no defense, no nothing. So whoever's next, we're going for him. My floor stays now more than ever. And that's it right there. So no matter what, I'm getting, just keep winning. That's why I did the deal. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I don't want to take the easy route. I never did. So why do it now? And as far as who to fight next, we'll see what they do on their side. But we don't have to report to nobody. It's Takeover Promotions officially. We just did our last fight with TR, with Top Rank. So yeah, it's official now with the Zone.
Teofimo, what was it in your mind? What was the turning point of the fight?
The turning point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that 5th round.
No, I mean for you, because everyone's saying like Rolly, kind of stopped. He got on his bicycle, but
because I talked to him, I told him in the rounds.
He fucking ran.
I told him in the rounds. I said, "You gotta do more than that to stop me." I said, I ain't going out like that." And I just told him, just get in his head. And then when Salas, his trainer, was talking to him, I said, "You really believe that?" I was like, I'm not. Like, come on. And like he knows that. He knows that from all the sparrings and stuff. So that's why I think that it was just. His punch output was very low. We try to bring and press the fight, definitely got to go back to the drawing board to work on that more, but yeah, I think my team did a phenomenal job tonight. The Cutman did great as well, Joe Chiambo, and I'm super excited.
His left was having success. What did you do to stop that?
He was stopping it with the gloves. What the damn? These people are fucking blind, bro.
No, I tell you, look, what we do
is catching that shit with the gloves, bro. That's not a fucking punch.
No, so Lance, like when it came to it, yeah, like
stupid, bro.
No, relax, Lance.
That was the whole fucking plan. I told my son, catch that fucking hit. Every time he hits you with the left hook, catch it and throw the right hand.
Yeah,
you know, he was missing the right hand, but
it was there. It was there, like just rolling, pulling back, and just watching it. Right. Obviously, you can see that he wants to throw it. So I will see him squeeze his fist in those rounds, and I knew it was coming. So that was all it is. And then jabbing, seeing where he's at, and yeah, we got the win tonight. I'm super excited. So not a stupid question. Don't worry, Lance. You're all right.
Matt Lenahan here for About
the shots were hitting the gloves.
Tio, I want to ask, after the last fight with Shakur, you came under a lot of criticism, right? You came under a lot of
catch and
criticism,
shoot.
yourself and your father, and the communication in the corner. What was the difference you felt tonight there? Was it like night and day in comparison, the communication with yourself and your father?
Yeah. Honestly, like that's what it takes. I think that we're forgetting that I really want to show all of you guys.
All right, that's enough of T.O. 2 cents on T.O.'s post-fight press conference. What y'all think about what T.O. said, the game plan? What's y'all 2 cents about that?
I think he had a decent game plan. But I mean, it takes two people to fight. I mean, Rolly wasn't really doing too much of anything. So I don't think Rolly was playing to T.O.'s game plan. So that's why the fight was the way it was. But I think T.O. had a decent game plan. I mean, he obviously had a game plan to win the fight because he won. So I mean, I just need people to stop talking to T.O.'s father because he's trash. I don't like him in the at all.
Yeah, he be tripping all the time. Dondrick, what you think about T.O.'s post-fight his play? And then I did hear hold on, because I did hear T.O. say, go ahead, Dondrick, what you think?
I mean, I'm not mad at what Tio said. He won. He felt like he did what he's supposed to. I don't think he did a great job. I don't think that proved that he's anything super crazy that people making him to seem to be. I think Tio's just a good fighter who had a good moment against Loma. Because I don't think they're high at Loma, so that's why people. I never thought Loma was good. So that's his claim to fame. I never thought Josh Taylor was that great. So he beat those two guys. So I think he's a B plus fighter, and everybody wants to praise this fight. Okay, but his dad needs to shut the fuck up. And like he ain't have to say nothing. He could just shut the fuck up the whole time. I'm tired of that, man. I'm sorry. God damn, he pissed me off.
And T.O. did say Rolly was composed. He said Rolly was calculated and that they had to push the fight more and that he also got buzzed. So trying to act like just Rolly wasn't doing shit. Like I think Rolly game plan just didn't work and he didn't make the adjustment and press the action when his corner told him to, and it happens. It's boxing. So shout out to T.O. We're gonna go around the panel, give everybody their final 2 cents. Best videos. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? You there, best videos? Going once, going twice. Band up. I know you just hopped up, but what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Who you say? What's I said? What's your final 2 cents, band up? What you got for the show?
Oh yeah. It was a good weekend of boxing. Better than what I thought it was. We had a couple of controversial decisions as far as what I think with the Flores and I cannot pronounce that girl's last name. But that Flores fight, man, and the Serrano. Now we got this T.O. shit. If anybody feels it was robbery, then it's been a robbery weekend, man. I tell you that, bro. It's been robbery weekend. That's all I got to say, man. I'm gonna just keep it short. Salute to 2 Cents Boxing. Salute to D-Free and everybody else that hopped up on the chat today. Salute.
All right, shout out to Band Up in the building. And listen, I don't know why people get they panties in a bunch when people got different opinions about these fights. That is the whole purpose. We want different opinions. We want things to talk about and debate. We don't do groupthink over here at 2 Cents Boxing. We don't do that over here. You can have your own opinion. Just tell me why you think what you think. That's what we're here to discuss. I'm one of those people. I'm going to think what I think. I'm going to tell you why I think it. And if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. Like, what? This whole, you have to be right, or everybody got to think alike, or why you thinking like, why you supporting this fighter? Like, guys, relax. Dondrick, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
It's still Sugar Rolly Romero. He's still the
Sugar
GOAT. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Then Johnny Durag, I don't know what you're talking about. Solace was telling Rolly to come forward and put his hands. Rolly was not listening. I don't understand why y'all be saying a lot of dumb shit, and I be trying to let y'all slide. But y'all need to shut up sometimes, because y'all just be typing some bullshit. It wasn't on Solace. This is on Rolly. Rolly was not making the adjustments, and that's on him. Maybe he can learn from this, maybe he can't. But you know what? We had a good weekend of boxing. I'm glad I got to watch the fights with my sis and everybody else. Can't wait to the next one. And hey, I'll holler at y'all later.
All right. Shout out to Dondrick in the building. We got the homie D Free.
What's good? What's good?
Close this out today. So I like the fight. I think Rolly. Listen, I mean, of course, everybody was like, "Oh, I think T.O. gonna win. He gonna watch him," but you didn't really know. Rolly had a shot. He had a chance to win that fight, and that was my only point. And you know what's crazy to me, D Free, is people say Rolly didn't have a chance. He didn't have a shot to win the fight. When he was hitting T.O. with power shots and he hurt him, stunned him twice, and arguably got a knockdown that didn't count. So how was that not a shot to win the fight?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just say things, but every fighter, once they step through those ropes, they got a shot to win. Whether that shot comes through or not, they all got shots to win. That's the reason why we got to see these fights happen, because we don't know what's going to happen till it happens. I mean, nobody thought that Blair Kyle would beat an AB until he beat him. Nobody thought that Rolly would have beat Ryan Garcia until he beat him. So everybody has a shot. But anytime we got these guys on TV fighting and we get a chance to see them, it's always a good weekend of boxing. Whether you think the fights played out the way you want them to play out, whether you think the fights was entertaining or not, I mean, it's still a good weekend of boxing, because we could have been sitting in the house watching nothing. So it was a decent weekend of fights. What I will say though, the 147-pound division is wide open. I mean, I don't see anybody as a clear number one in the division. And my guy TD asked me yesterday, he was like, "Who you guys number one at 47?" I was like, "I don't have anybody at number one, because it's wide open. Anybody can win on any given night. Nobody has separated themselves from being the best guy at 47. So, I mean, right now,
doesn't that make 47 the most exciting division right now, then?
No, because nobody's separated themselves and nobody's fighting. So,
but nobody's separated. So that means every fight is gonna be like what the fans want, a 50-50 fight. Like nobody is just levels above anybody. All the fights that we see at 47 should be competitive.
It should be, but I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen. It should.
I mean, theoretically.
Yeah. I mean, it should be, but like I said, it's wide open because these guys are not mixing it up. Now, maybe we'll see T.O. versus the winner of Ryan Garcia and Conor Ben. Maybe we'll see that. Maybe we'll see these guys actually unify these belts. T.O. said he's going to save Devin for last, so maybe we'll see these guys unify these belts. But until then, 47 is wide open. I don't think any of these guys at 47 are unbeatable, regardless of the name. I don't think any of them are unbeatable, and that should be even more of a reason why Shakur should go to 47, because all them guys at 47 are beatable. Every last one of them are beatable.
And he had Zuffa, so
yeah. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, shout out to 2 Cents. She always coming up here giving her 2 cents, and she always got a different perspective on how she see things, and it's a unique perspective, and it's a genuine perspective on how she see things. So I appreciate you for having me up here.
Shout out D Free in the building. Thank you for coming up, D Free. Your boxing knowledge is always appreciated, and definitely your attention to detail is always great. Definitely needed in these boxing streets. Shout out to D Free coming up, giving his 2 cents today. Shout out to everybody that joined me. I'm going to give my final thoughts. Listen, shout out to T.O. becoming a 3-division champion. T.O. is food 47, in my opinion. I didn't see him make any. I don't think he made any changes. Like he lead hand still down, still lunging in. He still made those same mistakes. Fortunately, Rolly was not able to capitalize off those mistakes. I think Rolly put up a decent performance. He definitely could have done more in order to win the fight. But Rolly is Rolly. I'm always gonna continue to watch Rolly. I'm always gonna continue to support Rolly because Rolly always has a shot to win the fight, which is what we seen last night. I don't understand how all those things I listed and you still could tell me Rolly didn't have a shot. It just doesn't make any, or you're telling me it wasn't a competitive fight at all. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, this is 2 Cents Boxing. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Shout out to everybody that joined me today. Shout out to everybody that punched that like and subscribe button. If you're watching the replay, and make sure you punch the like and subscribe button, and be sure to help support the channel by hitting the heart with the $ and leaving a special thanks below if you're finding value in the content. Join me again Tuesday night, 2 Cents After Dark. I have no idea what we're gonna talk about on 2 Cents After Dark. Y'all just come on over there. Y'all know we gonna get the conversation sparked up. Shout out Johnny Durag. He says respect 2 Cents whether I agree or not. Peace. Absolutely. We don't gotta agree. Matter of fact, I want you not to agree so we can get the dialogue going. This is not an echo chamber at all. I wonder what's next gonna be for Tio. They gonna feed Tio to Ryan? Can Tio pull off a win against Ryan? We're gonna have to see, but 147 is shaking up. The fighters at 147 are actually talking about moving around and unifying belts, which is what the hardcores like to see. Condolences to Devin the Dream Haney. I heard his mom died, so he will not be back in the ring in 2026. And I've experienced my mother-in-law dying, and I don't know when Devin will be back in the ring because that is very emotionally and mentally taxing on a person, unless they're a psychopath or something. And that definitely affects you as a fighter in the ring. I seen how my son was affected when he lost his grandmother, and it was like he just couldn't focus at all. So condolences to Devin Haney. I hope he goes off and takes some time to get himself together and come back, focused and get back in the ring. I hope he's not on too long of a layoff because that seems to be a lot going on these days. These guys are getting on these longer and longer layoffs. And I wonder if the Ring Rust could have possibly taken part in the fight last night with Tio and Rolly Romero. But again, shout out to Tio, 3-division champion. Most likely probably going to be a Hall of Famer. So shout out to Tio. And listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, cussing you out, timing you out the chat, kicking you off the panel, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Beautiful. Wow, look like a new fighter. It look like a new fighter. He's standing there fighting. Big right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. Another regular boots. Regular. It's regular. He's back. Regular. Boots is holding. Regular. Fucking fighter. Ladies and gentlemen. Regular. He's regular. Fighter. Regular. Fucking fighter. Hold on. Let's see. Regular fucking fighter. 23-year-old fucking kid. Wow, what a round. Regular fucking fighter. Regular fighter. What a round. Say something, bitches. Regular fighter. Regular fucking fighter. All them missing. It don't matter what he do. It don't matter what he do. I don't care what he do. A regular fighter. This is a war. This is a great fighting fight. Oh, man, niggas great fight. They about to bang the fuck out. Fight then. Yo, this is the fight. This is the fight of the year. This is the fight of the year. This is the fight of the year. He never been here before. Boots never been hurt.
Hold on. Everybody celebrating right now. PBC went to the zone. Top ranked on the zone. Matchroom, Queenberry, Golden Boy. Everybody is on the zone. And the whole boxing world is throwing a party. Like we finally fixed the sport. No more sides of the street. Every fight can get made. Boxing is saved. And I'm sitting here watching y'all celebrate. And y'all know me, got a question. And it might ruin the whole party. What if this ain't the fix? What if this is the last step before the fall? What if y'all are out here cheering on the demise of boxing and don't even know you're doing it? Today, I'm breaking down the whole thing. The money, the power, the part nobody's telling you about the PBC, and the number floating around about Top Rank's old deal that, if it's true, should scare every single one of y'all. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I'm going to be real with y'all up front today. I am genuinely torn on this one. I can see both sides. So we're going to walk through both sides, and y'all going to help me figure this thing out in the comments. And y'all know the rules. As I go through the video, what am I saying that's not a fact? Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Here we go. So let's set the table first, because I need everybody caught up. Over these last few months, the whole sport consolidated. Every major promoter, everyone ended up under the zone's umbrella. Matchroom, Queensberry, Golden Boy, Top Rank came over, and then the final piece, the one that made it official, PBC. When PBC came over, the zone treated it like it was the last puzzle piece. Turkey out here putting every promoter in one room in London. One room, y'all. Hearn, Warren, everybody sitting at the same table like it's Thanksgiving. Except for the American promoters. I want y'all to keep that in mind. And look, the celebration makes sense on the surface, because what's been the number one complaint in boxing for the last 10 years? Say it with me. The fight can't be made because they own different sides of the street. How long did we go before we got Spence Crawford? How long? A half a decade? The fight can't be made? Boots Ennis sat there with belts, calling out a whole division, getting left on read for years, because all the names were signed across the street. Every mega fight we ever begged for died in the boardroom, because promoter A was with network A and promoter B was with network B, and can't nobody agree on how to split the pot. And on top of that, the fans don't understand the business of a boxing, so that made it even more confusing. So now, one roof, everybody's under it. In theory, no fight can't be made no more. And I'm going to give that its credit, because we keep it fair around here. That part is real. If you told me a couple years ago that one day every promoter in the sport will be on one platform, I would have been like, we won. Yes, finally. I'd have thought that was the end game. That's the dream scenario. But hold on. Because I've been chewing on this for weeks. And something about this party don't sit right with me. And I finally figured out what it is. Everybody's looking at what happened. Everybody's under one roof. Yay. Ain't nobody asked why it happened. Why did every promoter in boxing, proud companies that been rivals for decades, companies that hated each other guts, why did all of them suddenly end up in the same building? Was that strength, or did they run out of options? Because them two things look identical from the outside, y'all. A man who moved into the mansion and a man who got evicted into the shelter. They both under one roof. Now, the question is, which one we watching? And that question right there, that's the whole video. Let's dig in. Now, to understand what's happening, y'all got to understand what used to be, because half of y'all wasn't paying attention to the business side back then. Not that long ago, the networks used to fight over promoters. You hear me? The networks competed. ESPN wanted a boxing partner. Fox wanted a boxing partner. Showtime, HBO before that. And there was only so much boxing to go around. So if you was a major promoter with stars, you had leverage. The networks came to you. They bid against each other for you. That's competition. That is what drove the checks up. And let me give you the number that's been rattling around in my head, because this is the one that, if it's true, puts the whole thing in perspective. Now, I'm going to hedge this properly, because we don't do reckless around here. This is a number floating around these boxing streets. I cannot confirm it. So take it how you want to take it. But the word is, back when Top Rank had their ESPN deal, they was allegedly getting somewhere in the neighborhood of $89 million a year, guaranteed for roughly 40 shows a year. Allegedly, 89 million, guaranteed, 40 dates, your whole calendar funded before you sell a single ticket. That's a business, y'all. That's an empire. That's the kind of deal where the promoter is a partner. And now the word is Top Rank's on the zone for what? A handful of dates? Some people saying as few as 8 days on the platform. 8. Again, I can't confirm the exact number. Don't quote me on the digits. Do your own homework. And if anybody got the receipts or the real figures, let me know and drop it below, because I want to see them. But even if the numbers are half wrong, even if it's directionally true, do y'all understand what that means? You went from 40 shows and generational guaranteed money to single-digit dates on somebody else's platform. That's not a partnership no more. That's an appearance. That's a guest spot. My guy went from having his own show to doing cameos. And if that's what everybody coming to the zone actually looks like under one hood, smaller deals, fewer dates, less guaranteed money, less power, then this ain't a merger of equals, y'all. This is a clearance sale. And everybody cheering it is cheering the prices going down on companies that used to run the sport. Okay, now here's my actual concern, the core of it. And I want y'all to really sit with this part, because I don't think the average fan has thought this way all the way through. When every promoter is under one network's roof, who's really in charge? Think about it. Really think. The network is paying everybody. The network is the landlord now. So when the network wants a certain fight made, a cross-promotional fight, promoter A's fighter against promoter B's fighter, what is the promoter going to say? No to the people writing the checks? Your whole business is running on their platform. You need that deal to survive, because guess what? There's nowhere else to go no more. There's nowhere else to go. So if the zone tell you you got to make this fight and this fight, you got to do it, because you don't have any other options. There's nowhere else for you to go. So the other networks is out of the game. You can't threaten to take your business across the street when there is no across the street. So now the network is telling promoters who to make fights with. And y'all, that is not how boxing business works. That has never been how boxing business works. And there is a reason for that. And I'm going to give you my analogy, because this is exactly how I see it. It's like if I'm leasing a warehouse, right? I'm running my business out of your warehouse. You're the landlord. I pay you my rent on time every month. Cool. We got a deal. But you don't get to walk into my warehouse and tell me how to run my business. You don't get to tell me what to stock, who to sell it to, what prices to charge, because I'm just leasing the building from you. The building ain't the business. The business is mine. But that's what's forming right now, y'all. Every promoter in boxing is leasing space in the zone's warehouse. And the landlord is finna start walking the floor and telling everybody how to run their shop. And let me tell you something about business. The day the landlord runs your business, you don't own a business no more. You got a job, and you can get fired from that job. And here's the deeper part. Here's why boxing was never set up like this in the first place. It's because promoters was stubborn. It ain't case because they was greedy. I mean, they was greedy too, but that ain't the reason. It's because it's a business, and the math don't work no other way. Walk through it with me. How is a promoter supposed to be profitable if they constantly forced to cross-promote? Every cross-promotional fight means splitting the pot, splitting the gate, splitting the rights, sharing your star shine with another company's brand. Think about what a promoter actually does. They find a kid at, well, let's say 19. They invest in him. They pay for his camps, his opponents, his undercard slots. They eat losses for years building that fighter up. And why? That's when the fighter becomes a star. The promoter finally cashes in on the big fights. That's the business model. The losses up front pay off on the back end. That's how the whole machine runs. Now, take that away, force everybody to share every big fight. The promoter ate all them losses, building the star, and now got to split the harvest with the whole neighborhood. Every time, forever? Bro, being a promoter stops making financial sense at that point. Why would anybody develop talent just to hand half of it away? And when developing talent stops paying, who develops the next generation of fighters, y'all? Who finds the next Tank in 19? Sit with that one. Real quick, because we just getting to the deepest part. Punch that like and subscribe button so you don't miss a video, and drop it below your 2 cents as we go, because I genuinely want to know where y'all land on this. If you want to support the channel, hit the Cash App, the $ 2 cents boxing, or hit the heart with the $ below, and leave a special thanks letting me know you enjoying the content. Now, let's get back to it, because this part is the thing I caught that I haven't heard nobody else say. All right. Here's what's been bugging me for weeks. And I need y'all to think about this with me, because this is fascinating. All these promoters been going to the zone for a minute now. Matchroom been there. Golden Boy got there. Queensberry. Then Top Rank came over. And every time the reaction was, great move, smart business, boxing's coming together. Nobody said, uh-oh. Nobody called it a warning sign. Every one of them signings was a celebration. Champagne, confetti. The sport is healing. Then PBC jumped to the zone. And all of a sudden, the whole tone changed. All of a sudden, it's, wait, is this bad? All of a sudden, the think pieces came out. All of a sudden, people talking about the fall of the sport, the last domino, the end of an era. And I'm sitting here like, hold on, why now? Why is PBC the one that flipped the whole mood? Top Rank going didn't scare nobody. And Top Rank is Top Rank. Bob Arum been running boxing since before most of y'all was born. Golden Boy going didn't scare nobody. But PBC walks in the building and suddenly everybody's checking the sports pulse. So I got to ask the question, and I want y'all to answer it below. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Is PBC the thermometer of boxing? Is PBC the measuring stick where the whole industry's health gets judged off what PBC is doing? Because that's what it looks like from here. Follow me. When PBC was standing alone outside the zone, people read that as, okay, the old system's still alive. There's still a real market. There's still competition. The second PBC came inside, everybody read it as, it's over. The last holdout folded. Can't nobody survive on their own no more. Ball game. One company's move became the diagnosis for the entire sport. One. And here's the crazy part. Nobody voted on that. Nobody held a meeting and decided PBC was the canary in the coal mine. It just happened. The whole boxing world collectively decided that PBC's independence was the sport's independence. And when it ended, something ended with it. And I need y'all to tell me below. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Why the PBC? Why was that the one? Is it the Al Heyman mystique? Is it because they was the last American holdout? Talk to me. Let me know. But now here's the thing I caught that I have not heard anybody else break down. Not the big channels, not the podcast, nobody. Everybody's out here saying PBC surrendered, PBC folded, the last kingdom fell, it's over. Did it though? Did it? Because peep this, and this is facts. Look it up. PBC did not put their whole roster on the zone. It's a deal for a few of their fighters, a number of fights, not a full company merger. The marquee names, a whole lot of them are not part of this deal. Benavidez wasn't at the announcement. And word is, the man's only got one fight left on his deal anyway. Tank wasn't there. The two foundational pieces of the whole PBC operation. Nowhere on that stage. You know who the biggest names on that stage was? Fundora and ROLLY. Like Fundora. ROLLY's my guy for content. But them not your franchise players, y'all. When PBC announced Fox back in the day, they had Sugar Ray Leonard commentating the announcement. That's a company going all in. This was a company sticking one toe in the pool. So what does that actually tell you? Think like a businessman for a second. That tells me PBC didn't surrender. PBC hedged. They took the check for a few fighters, got in the room, kept a seat at the table, and kept the crown jewels locked in the vault. And y'all, that changes the whole story. Because if PBC is the thermometer, then the accurate reading ain't the last holdout folded. The accurate reading is the last holdout is playing both sides, collecting zone money with one hand and keeping their biggest assets out of the building with the other. That's not a death, y'all. That's not a funeral. That's a company that don't fully trust this arrangement either. PBC might be looking at this thing the exact same way I am. Get the bag, stay in the room, watch everything, but do not hand over the keys. And listen, if the smartest, most secretive, most independent operation in the sport is hedging its bets on the zone, what does that tell you about what they think is coming? Either the funeral talk is way early, or PBC is just negotiating the price of their own casket. One of the two. And nobody is telling y'all that part. Now you know. That's why you're here. Now, I told y'all at the top, I'm genuinely torn on this, and I meant it. So let me argue the other side for real. Not no straw man, the real other side. Here's the honest case for why this all might be good. For the first time in my whole life as a boxing fan, there is no structural excuses left. None. Zero. Every fight the fans want, pieces are in reach. No more wrong network. No more wrong side of the street. No more watching two champions in the same division wave at each other across the contract line for 5 years. And be honest, the fights are getting made right now. Look at the calendar. Fights we begged years for are landing months apart. We eating. And for everyday fan, there's boxing on that platform damn near every single weekend. Thursday through Sunday. You can find a card from some corner of the world. Small house shows, prospects, title fights, more boxing, more access, more fights getting made than any point in my lifetime. If you're just a fan who wants to watch good fights and don't care about none of this business stuff, this era might be the best eating you've ever done, period. That's real. And I'm not going to stand here and pretend it's not. So here's the thing that makes this genuinely hard. And I want y'all to hold both of these at the same time because both are true. The fan experience is getting better while the business underneath it is getting more fragile. Both at once. It's like the food at the restaurant never tasted better, but the kitchen's running on one supplier. And if that supplier ever trips, every table goes hungry at the same time. That's where we're at. The eating is great. The foundation is shaky. And don't nobody want to talk about the foundation while the plates are full. So here's my 2 cents. And I'm going to be honest with y'all like I always am. This is one of them rare ones where I am not planting a hard flag because I genuinely don't know yet. And let me tell you something. Anybody on these YouTube streets telling you they know for sure how this ends, they lying to you. Straight up. Nobody knows. This has never happened before in the history of the sport. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the framework so that we all know the answer when it comes together. Watch 2 things. Watch 2 things. Number 1, watch whether promoters keep control of their own matchmaking or whether we start seeing fights that only make sense for the platform. Because the first time you see a promoter forced into a fight that loses them money, just make the network some content. That's the day the warehouse landlord officially took over the shop floor. That's the day the promoters stopped being businesses and became employees. Watch for it. And some people are saying that that already happened with the Xander Zayas-Duran Business fight. Number 2, watch what PBC does with them marquee names they held back. Watch the vault. If Benavidez, if Tank, if the big dogs eventually come all the way inside the zone, then the thermometer dropped for real. The hedge failed and the old business is officially done. But if them names stay out or go somewhere else, then the holdout lives there, still a real market, and everybody wrote the eulogy too early. Them 2 signals will tell us everything. And whichever way it breaks, remember, you heard the framework here first. On this channel, flip it, date it, hold me to it. Because when the answer comes, we running back to this video. So 2 centers, this is the one I really, really want the comments on today. Are you watching boxing get saved or are we watching the last step before the fall? Is PBC the thermometer of this sport? And why them? And the one big one, the one I want everybody to answer is, would you rather have every fight makeable under one boss or real competition, real leverage, real business, even if it means some dream fights never happen? Because that's the actual trade on the table, y'all. And don't let nobody tell you different. Drop it below and let me know your 2 cents. I read every single comment. Like the video if you found value in it. Subscribe if you're new here. Follow me on X at 2 cents 20. We growing over there, and I'm posting a lot more. Follow me on IG at 2 Cents Boxing. Support the channel at Cash App, $ 2 Cents Boxing, or hit the heart with the special thanks below and leave a special thanks. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video. And check out the Zone merger video popping up on the screen.